Cinderace, Venusaur, Blissey, from what it looks like, Lucario, and Hoopa. And for
very interesting picks from Team Chunks' team. With a okay, never mind. An interesting switch we're seeing here. But it seems like Shaky's team has a very classic 2-2-1 lineup. And we're gonna see how this goes from here.
Okay, it looks like there's going to be a Blissey, Greninja possibly going to jungle, Lucario, Sylveon, and Hoopa. The big question is for Team Shaky is whether or not if the Cinderace or the Venusaur is going to go to jungle, considering the fact that
would probably be on the Cinderace, considering the fact that would probably be the Cinderace, considering he's probably I would say the more potent attacker of the two. However, you also have to consider the fact that Venusaur just recently got a buff, so we have to take that into account as well. But we're about to get started here in a moment, so let's get into the first match of the tournament.
Alright.
Okay, here we go.
Let me go to Team Shaky's point of view.
Okay.
Okay, and it looks like there's going to be 3 on bottom. Their score button is going to be the one jungling and one on top, which is Lucario.
Interesting.
It's going to be vice versa all the way around, except for the pro
So we're seeing the more meta 3-3-1 combo that's been in circulation recently in the meta, and immediately Team
Chunks putting the pressure.
Team Chunks is immediately putting pressure with their Lucario getting some early points in their goal. Team Shaky's Lucario also getting some points in as we go into the first couple of seconds of the match. And it looks like that Lucario is just going to start getting some really crucial stacks for the early game, and it's going to be the same on both sides. Both Lucarios just stacking up points, and it's going and the team, and it looks like Team Shaky is being very aggressive up top, trying to push back that Lucario as the Froakie returns to the jungle to do what he does best.
Right now, Team Shaky playing really defensive.
Back to the bottom lane, Team Chunks' team is going to get some really good early start EXP. Oh, and they steal it. Team Shaky steals the Vespiquen, and that's a KO on the Lucario on the top lane.
So far, the Team Shaky managed to defend top and bottom as of recent aggression pushes from Team Chunky's team.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like both sides are being fairly aggressive at the moment, but neither team is really giving way to each other, and there aren't really any major pushes going on. Nothing really, no really aggressive slots, and that's another score for Team Shaky's Lucario getting more stacks up, as Team Chunks' goes for the and he's gonna stop him from getting those points up.
Just barely even. Only Team Shaky getting the +2 lead on their points, and they already have a Cinderace. They're probably going to push all together bottom to get that bottom score lane. Seems
to be very just calm gameplay from the Lucario on both sides as they're just trying to get their stacks up to get the game started. And let's see what's Team Shaky doing down here. Seems like they
probably wanted to bait out Team Chunky.
This is obviously a very this is a clear bait as we're approaching the first set of objectives for this match, with Dreadnought and Rotom popping in about 20 seconds here, and both sides are just kind of poking and prodding each other for Bs, and it looks like the Blissey is going to get almost all of that with Egg Drop, giving them some very crucial early game experience. That as Team Shaky's team takes a bit of damage and now has to retreat.
But on the other side, it looks like Team Chunky's jungler Frogadiers seem to be having issues with connection, maybe. But I feel like they're probably back in the game, going back to jungle.
Okay. And Team Chunky takes the first Dreadnought objective, allowing them to push up towards the objective, and that's one KO for Team Chunky. Their Lucario being rather aggressive as he pushes up, trying to take out as many people as he can, and they're all low. And that's another KO for Team Chunky.
Oh my gosh! Team Chunky putting as much pressure on bottom lane just from that Dreadnought.
as they immediately begin to progress upwards. But they're not gonna. They're gonna take down. They're gonna take down the first forward goal on the bottom lane for Team Shaky, and we're now going to rotate up top as the Hoopa pops up a hyperspace hole, giving his team valuable maneuverability to get to the second set of objectives here.
They really want that Rotom, but it looks like Team
And that's a
Shaky's not
night
going
move
to
from the
lose it.
Greninja, immediately going for the Cinderace. Oh my god, is he going to chase? Is he going to take him out? Yes, and the Greninja is
Oh my
immediately
gosh.
taken down with a team up from Lucario and the Greninja. The Cinderace takes down the Sylveon. They're pushing up on Hoopa now. That's two team members gone for Team Chunky. Are they going to be able to hold their composure here? Let's see.
They're still fighting for Rotom. Both teams are not backing out, but it looks like
Lucario, the Lucario is down, giving the Venusaur a very crucial evolution mid-fight, giving him access to his Unite move. But and the team pulls
oh my god, the Venusaur barely lives. Just hang in there. He still has his Unite move, I think.
Yeah, he should still have Unite move depending on the percentage. The Cinderace is going to initiate combat again for Team Shaky as their Lucario pushes in trying to take out the Team Chunky's Greninja, and immediately the Unite move, and there goes Greninja. Greninja down as this team. Oh my god! As
Team Shaky getting Rotom.
Team Shaky taking Rotom, and that first objective pushing up. Very clean push from Team Shaky as they retreat for the next.
But it looks like Team Chunky has control with getting Dreadnought this time, making this very good for Team Chunky.
That might not be the case. Can Team Shaky come down in time and steal the? Ooh, nope. Too late, Cinderace, and that's the first surrender. First game goes to Team Chunky here in round 1.
That was a very strategic play.
A very early surrender here from Team Shaky. Wow.
I guess they really wanted to get that Dreadnought so badly because I feel like Team Chunky's been getting a lot of level ups from that Dreadnought.
Yeah, they had a lot of early game EXP, which was allowing them to secure the objectives, and then the Lucario being able to stack up all those stacks points and get all that set up was giving them a very early push on the Dreadnought objectives set here at LTG Colosseum. And
so it does look like
we're seeing some definite changes on both sides here. Not much of a change in Team Shaky's lineup, I'm noticing. Some very slight differences, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, however, we're seeing several clear changes in the team's lineup, from what it appears, but some of them are still going to a selection currently. Okay, let's see. Let's see what they do here.
From what it looks like, they're probably switching up their junglers in between Team Shaky and Team Chunky.
Most likely, however, it seems like Team Chunky's going for a more aggressive-ish type of team. If we're looking at the pure amount of DPS on that team,
and with the amount of crack control, I believe Team Chunky's team will have like a crack control advantage, honestly.
Most likely, but that all remains to be seen. As in a couple seconds here, we'll be stepping into the next game here in this match up against these two teams. And here we go. Ready, go. Okay.
Okay, same strategy as before?
Yeah, same bottom. We're having the classic 3-1-1 strategy from both sides.
It appears... Okay, there we go. There was probably like a little hiccup.
Slight slow start there for Team Shaky, but they seem to be in gear now. As we see very early engagements from both sides as they try to... Oh, and that's an early KO for Team Chunky. Jesus. As they continue the aggressive push towards the bottom forward goal. And trying to steal as much EXP from the enemy team as they possibly can, while also doing some decent pushing. Team Shaky's going to try to push them back, though, and get some early EXP to allow them to continue to progress here. And, what's happening up here? Okay. Oh, my. And it looks like Team Shaky's trying their absolute best to just keep everyone held back as Team Chunky goes for very aggressive pushes on both lanes, trying to minimize the amount of XP that their opponents are receiving here in the early game. As that can be very crucial, especially for some of these double evolution mons like Cinderace and Machoke, Cinderace, Venusaur, and that's an early KO from the Lucario and the reboot. And Team Chunky's not letting up; they're still kind of, and that's another KO.
Oh
for
my
the
god!
Lucario,
And now they're pushing. They're putting so much pressure on top lane.
As Team Chunky takes a very early advantage on top lane, giving them some easy scoring points in EXP here in the early game. And as you can see, Team Shaky is really starting to suffer from this as they're having some EXP gain issues. Some of their mons are not evolved yet, and while others on Team Chunky's team are starting to reach crucial second stage evolutions. As we head into, as we're about 59 seconds away from the first set of objectives. Is something wrong with that Machoke? Huh.
It appears they're having a lot of technical difficulties with their Machop. They probably could have a player down.
Most likely. Okay, and we're about 39 seconds away from the first set of objectives here. And it appears as if Team Shaky's really just suffering here. They're not really getting the EXP they need, and they're also down a player. This could prove to be problematic as they head into the first set of objectives on bottom lane, and on top lane they're easily being dominated by that Lucario Cinderace combo. And oh my god, bottom lane, Team Shaky's taking a massive beating here as Team Chunky had double support set up, is actually giving them. Oh no! I stand corrected. EngrAnger comes in for Team Shaky and is immediately changes the tide of the battle. But Lucario comes down and just starts laying waste to everyone. Oh, wow, okay. And that's another kill for Cinderace as him and Lucario join in the fray on bottom to gain Dreadnought, but it doesn't look like Team Shaky really has an answer here, and that's an easy objective for Team Chunky. Oh my. And here we go. Team Chunky's coming in, just getting those early points in, but not breaking the goal completely.
And it looks like Team Shaky is having a massive issue not getting their Machop to level up into a Machoke just yet. They probably disconnected, but it looks like they're trying to take Rotom before Team Chunky would even approach them.
And Team Chunky's coming up, but they're not going to make it in time as Lucario and Blissey struggle to try to get some advantage. That's the Unite move from Lucario, and it looks like the team is trying to push up, but they're not going to get the damage they need to be able to push back this team. And it looks like Team Chunky, even though the Rotom is in, Team Shaky's not going to get the points they need to break this goal, and they're all going to fall.
Even though if they put in Rotom in the point, it wasn't enough just to break the first score on top lane for Team Shaky. Unfortunate.
No, Team Chunky was able to maximize their damage output due to that double support combo they have. It looks like that Blissey is really just giving them all of the support they need right now to keep prolonged in, and with the double support setup, it doesn't look like Team Shaky really has much of an answer here. However, it does look like they're starting to get up in levels, and at this point, we're about halfway through the second match here, almost 5 minutes in. So let's see how this goes.
So far, Team Shaky looks like they really want to push bottom lane.
Agreed, but it looks like they're going to get shut down by the Venusaur and Cinderace, and that Venusaur is in trouble, and that Machoke is in trouble as the Blissey and the Eldegoss come in to support their DPS. And all of Team Chunky is now here on the bottom. Basically, they're trying to guarantee themselves that early Dreadnought for that EXP. They're trying to throttle Team Shaky's EXP gain here at the throat, and it looks like it's not going to be enough, and that's a freaking Dreadnought for Team Chunky here as the Hoopa Unite move comes out, and it's not going to be enough.
Oh my gosh, that is a wide.
Team Shaky is decimated easily on the bottom lane by Team Chunky's massive DPS.
That was incredible push by Team Chunky.
Team Chunky sometimes to get free Bs here, as they basically allowed to get all this free EXP uncontested. allowing them to build up Unite moves again after such a very easily one-sided battle, however. And we're going to rotate up top here as the Greninja takes out the Venusaur on bottom. Okay. And we're now up top, and we see that Team Shaky and Team Chunky is already starting to chip away at the Rotom up top, and that's two both healers down for Team Chunky. Oh, never mind. The Lucario on Team Chunky is coming in and just wiping out the team. That's 3 members gone as he struggles as he immediately retreats from the Hoopa, and the Venusaur comes in along with the Cinderace, and that's Hoopa down. Greninja by himself has no answer here, and Team Chunky is going to very easily take the second Dreadnought as we hit the 3-minute mark here in Game 2.
I wonder how Team Shaky's going to make this comeback with so much pressure.
This is looking like it might be a Rotom game here, as neither side has been able to really push or break, as Team Chunky has not really made a push for the second forward goals on Team Shaky's side, and Team Shaky has not been able to make almost any progress on Team Chunky's first forward goals at all here in this fight. And we're about 39 seconds from Rotom Zapdos here, and the Machoke goes for the sneak score, and he's gonna get those points in quite easily with no one there.
Just break the first goal on top.
Yeah, that's the first goal break, and that's another Dreadnought for Team Chunky, giving them some very good EXP and shields here coming into the Rotom fight at about 17 seconds, and that's their Machoke gone for the fight as well. No, he'll be back in 9 seconds. And Team Shaky and Team Chunky here are setting up both sides as both teams get ready for the Zapdos coming in a couple of seconds. The Greninja is waiting. The Lucario goes in, and that's the immediate Unite move from Hoopa.
Oh my gosh! Now it's gonna
another
be
Unite move from Venusaur. That's two members from Team Shaky down as the team moves in. That's 3. That's the Greninja trying to get him with the Unite move, and that's an immediate sweep for Team Shaky as Team Chunky very easily takes the Zapdos and moves in, and that's game 2. For Team Chunky as we go into Game 3 here in this set.
That was an intense push from Team Chunky. That was so much pressure.
That was a major improvement from the first game. Okay.
Right, it looks like Team Shaky going back with the Greninja being jungler. And it looks like there's going to be a few changes for Team Chunky.
Yeah, some very interesting changes here. It looks like Team Shaky's going to be going for more of the same with a very slight, not even a slight alteration. This is, I think, almost the same team. And we're seeing basically a very slightly different, we're seeing one swap out from Team Chunky, honestly, but the team is almost the same here. So I can imagine the strategy will most likely be very similar as we go into Game 3 of this set here with Team Shaky against Team Chunky. So the question here is just going to be, how does Team Shaky adapt to this very aggressive playstyle that Team Chunky seems to have adapted, which basically, honestly, allowed them to run with Game 2. That's what we're going to need to see and find out here.
Oh boy, now let's see how this will change up for the last game. It's 1-1 each.
Oh boy, jeez.
Exactly.
Here we go. And here we go. Ready, go. All right, and on Team Chunky's side, it looks like we're still going with the classic 3-1-1 setup that we've been seeing from both of these teams almost the entire game since we started. Seems to just be a really classic setup for them, and it appears that Team Chunky is going to get that early EXP and continue to just push forward and throttle Team Shaky's EXP game. Team Chunky there is just throttling their EXP game, taking their early Aldinos and other mons that they're going to need to get those key evolutions. And it appears Team Shaky again just seems to have no response for this. I don't know how. It's going to be interesting to see how Team Shaky turns this around, and that's a KO on top as Team Chunky goes in for some early score, and again it appears they're just coming in, taking the early EXP and just throttle necking Team Shaky here. So they don't have any real options to evolve or grow their mons in the early game, which is what we're really suffering from as we get the first set of bees on top. And it looks like most of this is going to go to Team Chunky, unfortunately.
And not to mention with the amount of just pressure on the top lane, considering that the Machop is only there covering for top, like it gives Team Chunky to pressure top as well with the Raboot and War Turtle.
Agreed. As the Dartrix for Team Chunky is just in the middle, just getting all that free EXP. No challenges there from anyone, as the double support setup on bottom is just basically running uncontested as we go into the 8-minute mark here. And that's the first score for Team Shaky up top from their Machoke. Oh, okay.
And as
he goes into their jungle and as he goes back into the jungle to try to get some EXP. We're coming in on 7 minutes 50 seconds here, and it's going to be interesting to see how these teams plan out for this first set of objectives coming up in a couple of seconds here. Okay.
They already have a Cinderace.
Okay, and it looks like there's a call for battle on bottom from Team Shaky's team, as Team Chunky's team is just going to sit here and they're just going to take these Aldinos and level up and evolve. And okay, and up on top over here, it appears this War Turtle might be in a little trouble, as Team Shaky's team just swipes all these bees, and that's just going to be some free EXP for them, as the War Turtle basically tries to just keep them both at bay.
And it looks like
on 5 seconds here for the first set of objectives.
And it looks like everyone on both sides of the teams are going to be racing to get who gets Dreadnought first.
It appears so. That's going to be their clear EXP winners here, because Team Chunky has just been dominating in the EXP field here. If you look at some of the levels of their mons, level 9, level 7, level 8, and most of Team Shaky's team is averaging at around the 6 to 7 range. It's clear, and that's Unite moves from Cinderace, and that's the EngrAnger KO'd, and oh my god, and Team Chunky, I believe, is going to run with that Dreadnought. Unfortunate for Team Shaky there, as Team Chunky is going to allow the goal to stay unbroken, getting as many points in without virtually breaking the goal, as we rotate to top lane, where it looks like we're about to see a second fight appear up here for this Rotom, and the Blastoise is all alone as he watches Team Shaky's team chip away at it. What will his response be? It appears he's just going to let him take it. And
it looks like Shaky may have a chance to get Rotom. Yeah, and it looks like they did take Rotom, but let's see how the push will go.
Now the question is, how does this go? And that's a KO. Oh my god!
Oh my god! The Cinderace is barely living. Oh my gosh!
And Team Shaky's gonna get some very bad KOs on their behalf, as Team Chunky is able to isolate and take out several of their core members, and then push for a top lane break and topmost goal there, and then take these bees for very easy EXP on their
push
behalf.
backfired on them
horribly, and it's sad to see, because it looked like they had all the recipes for a very good push there, but unfortunately they just couldn't. Team Shaky just could not connect, and so we come back down to bottom lane, where it looks like something else is brewing over here, and that the C2I is just going to be crucial in a lot of fights, as he's going to be able to zone and isolate their team, as they very easily get a 39-point overstack and a KO on the Blissey, and another KO coming fast on the Ivysaur by the Eldegoss, and Blastoise is going to get a good 40 points in on Team Shaky's top secondary forward goal. And this is starting to look like a very bad game here for Team Shaky, as Team Chunky just seems to dominate, and we head into the second set of objectives.
Oh, and Eldegoss popping the Unite move.
Oh, and then the SgtShakyYT popping the Unite move, putting some very good distance in for his team, as the Macho tries to go in for his Unite move, to no avail, as he's
Oh my
immediately
gosh.
shut down and decimated. Cinderace is going to come in, but will it be enough to stop the Greninja? And Blastoise is going to take out their supports, and that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
That
As
is
Team
just a
Chunky takes a
repeat.
very easy second Dreadnought here on bottom and begin to rotate top for the second Rotom here as we hit the 3-minute 50-second mark in this game 3.
Team Chunky's been doing a fantastic job, just coordinating between just Dreadnought.
Their attackers are insanely dangerous, I feel. You pair up these two supports, Blissey and Eldegoss, with very powerful ranged attackers like Cinderace and the SgtShakyY, and then the problem becomes, and that's a steal from Team Shaky! That's a steal by Team Shaky as they swipe away the Dreadnought, and Team Chunky now has to play defensively to save their goal. And there goes the Unite from Hoopa. They're pushing this heavy. Oh my god, I stand corrected. Team Chunky's going to be able to isolate this entire team with very minimal effort, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
As the Blastoise wipes in with a quadruple kill, taking out 4 of their key members as the DPS are able to adapt and save this Rotom from getting into their secondary goal.
This is just a repeat of before when they got Rotom back.
The main issue just seems to be, like I said, it's a very deadly combination of these healers and DPS. When you consider the fact that the SgtShakyY doesn't have to close the gap to get you, and then you pair that with heavy hitters like Blastoise, Cinderace, and then their 2 healers are just constantly keeping them typed off. Their Team Shaky doesn't really have any options here unless they figure out how to isolate these DPS and take them out. And it looks like we have another KO here on the Machamp. As we head into our last objective here, Zapdos in 10 seconds, is going to be interesting to see what both teams do to try to, because this could be the make or break here for Team Shaky or Chunky, honestly. Whichever team can isolate and get these points off in these final stretch is going to be the one that really takes this bracket home. And we're seeing an early fight as Machamp is almost at half HP and almost immediately taken out of the engagement. And that's unfortunate. He goes for the Blissey and suffers as a result. Hoopa coming in with the Unite move, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to do much as most of the team is immediately getting wiped out by the Blastoise and the SgtShakyY. But what can really happen here? Blastoise is just wiping out this team systematically with only the Hoopa and the Blissey remaining, and Blastoise is poking away at them horribly with no one on Team Chunky down, and the entire team of Team Shaky reeling, trying to recover, but they don't have any options, and that's a very clean Zapdos for Team Chunky as they now push forward to get these points in, and Team Shaky is struggling to get a defense here or any kind of response to try to shut down this team, as that's another 100 and another 100 just all going in.
Gosh, so much pressure.
As the gap widens, 540, 630, and it seems like this game is just set and done as Team Shaky tries their absolute best to try to just come up with some kind of strategy, and they just fell short, unfortunately.
And it looks like they already conceded defeat from what it looks like. Everyone on Team Shaky is going into their spawn, just not responding to anything going further.
I mean, at this point, I don't see what other options they have. There's about 20 seconds on the clock. And Team Chunky here just adding insult to injury as they push forward for another pass. And the Unite moves some Cinderace and Blastoise as they systematically begin to just take out all of Team Shaky with very minimal difficulty. That's a kill for the SgtShakyY as Eldegoss pops the Unite move to top off his team. And Machoke tries to defend his teammates, trying to get a kill on that the SgtShakyY. And he's shut down by Blastoise. And oh, that is game 3 here as Team Chunky sweeps and takes a very easy victory after a shaky game 1 here in the first set.
That was intense. They managed to just get everything to level up so quickly with their team.
Jesus.
That was brutal.
Okay.
And this is what I'm talking about. We see the Cram on Team Psistorm.
Team Psy going for a very aggressive setup here, it appears, as a team the New Day goes for a more conservative lineup. Those are some heavy hitters on Team Psistorm, though. If you look at their lineup, they have what appears to be very aggressive Mons here, and that's interesting, an attack set, a score set Absol. It's a very interesting setup for that Absol. I don't think I've ever really seen people run an attack set Absol. We'll have to see how this goes as we head into this first game. And here we go.
It could be that someone else on Team Psistorm could be a jungler. That's just me.
True, but even still, it still seems like a very weird thing for an Absol to be running. I don't think I've ever really seen Absols running score set items, but I mean, we'll just have to see how it plays out. And, as we head into this. And here we go. Go. Alright. And on the side of Team The New Day, we're seeing the usual 3-1-1 setup.
And I was correct. Absol going on bottom lane, well, I think their Gibble is going to be a jungler.
Jungler Gibble has actually become a more viable option after they adjusted most of the double evolutions in this game, giving them lower levels and allowing them to hit higher levels earlier in the game, giving them more options. Adds that Machamp for Team New Day goes for a very early 4-point score, and it looks like Team Psistorm is getting very aggressive here, trying to throttle off the EXP gain for Team The New Day, with their Absol getting early knocked out as Team The New Day immediately pushes back the push on bottom lane. And as we rotate top here, we see both sides are just passively trying to gain their EXP, not really doing much, just kind of waiting it out, trying to see what happens. And they're just waiting it out here.
And my eyes don't see me.
As the first set of beasts come out, and that Gibble's gonna isolate it and make sure that his team gets the maximum EXP on that end. That was a good play by him. As we now move in, Absol's going to try to sneak the score, and is he going to be able to get it in? He's going to get the points in, and he's going to immediately try to slip away, but it looks like Team The New Day is ready to punish him, and that Blissey's going to go for reach for that KO, even with the Pikachu trying to isolate her with Electro Web and save their teammate. It just isn't enough.
And it looks like Team Psistorm on the top lane is just stealing as many buffs as Team The New Day wants to get.
As we see most of the teams start rotating towards the bottom for this inevitable Dreadnought fight coming up. It's a fairly even game. Even in terms of levels, it seems like the levels are fairly even here, with most of Team Psistorm honestly starting to catch up, and Team The New Day just trying to get some of those early level evolutions that they need to be able to perform well. And that Ninetales is being very aggressive, along with their Absol, who's just along for the ride. And that's going to be, as the Absol pushes away from the Trevenant, as the second set of bees come in, and that's going to be that's all going to be for Team, I believe The New Day just got that.
And it looks like Team Psistorm just managed to survive on top lane.
Just dominates. They just take top lane, and that's a 30-point drop in the bucket for them, giving them a nice lead here as we head into these first set of objectives with in this match. And it looks like Team The New Day is going to start trying to make a push for it, as the Machamp tries to go in for the Dreadnought as his team pushes everyone else away. The Trevenant isolating the Absol, and Team The New Day takes it handily. Wow. and as they now try to push forward, and Team Psistorm's trying to come out with a response, but they don't have the time. And wait, never mind. That's a KO from Cramorant as Guard Comp evolves and gets several key KOs, combining his Unite move with Cramorant and wiping the entire team. And that takes the first forward goal down, giving Team Psy a very easy early game lead here as we head into the 6-minute mark. Both teams now rotating top for that first Rotom objective. Oh, and Team the New Day trying to come out with a response, but it appears that their Absol and Guard Comp are just too much for Team the New Day. I stand corrected as Cinderace comes in and gets a very early KO, a second KO on the Guard Comp, leaving Team Psistorm down 2 members as Trevenant pushes forward, pushing the team back, with Duraludon giving them an easy advantage, and Team the New Day easily taking that Rotom, giving them that early push and allowing them to get some key points in to shorten the gap between them and Team Psistorm here.
That's just insane. They manage, Team the New Day manages to steal or just take overwhelmingly the Dreadnought, and manages to fail the push on bottom lane due to the Cramorant special, getting that quad kill. And now in return, they lost their top lane from Rotom on Team the New Day side.
It seems like that, like the Duraludon and the Trevenant there were very key pushes, allowing them to push some of the teammates back, while the other members of Team the New Day were able to just very easily secure that Rotom. And it looks like we're seeing some sort of setup here on bottom as we get to the next set of objectives. And that's an early KO for Team Psistorm as they very handily take out. Oh, that's a second KO for them, a third. And it looks like Duraludon scrambling for cover as he's the last member left. And that's an easy team wipe for Team Psistorm.
Oh my gosh.
As they
take Dreadnought.
Take this Dreadnought. A second Dreadnought for them as we head up to this, as we head into the 4-minute mark here. And it looks like they're trying to snipe the bees from Team the New Day. But it looks like the New Day is going to be able to get some of that experience, even if not all of it. And again, New Day is just getting this bee experience, which is allowing them to close the level gap. However, some members of Team Psistorm are just very far ahead in levels, 2-3 levels ahead. And it just appears like that's their strategy. They're just beating them in the numbers game, it appears, just higher levels, and that's allowing them the pushes they need to get these wins. And that's going to be a KO on the Cinderace, another KO on their Machamp, as Guard Comp and Cramorant are just easily pushing ahead, with Pikachu providing crowd control, and they're going to retreat and pull back as they try to hold on. But Cramorant and Pikachu are still there, and it appears like that's enough of a moment to give the Team New Day some pause before they pull in. Machamp's going to try to close in with the Unite move from Pikachu with a double kill, easily taking out the Blissey and Machamp as Guard Comp pushes up, taking them out in conjunction with Cramorant. Guard Comp going to protect his teammate, allowing Cramorant to break away so he can take out the Trevenant handedly as Absol gets a break on the top goal, and Cramorant and Pikachu very handedly take this Rotom, giving Team Psistorm both sets of objectives here in this second rotation as we head in. But it
looks like Team the New Day is trying to keep the pressure on bottom lane as soon as they know they failed to get Rotom by Team Psistorm.
It makes sense. They're essentially trying to cushion. They're essentially trying to get in points where they can, because it doesn't appear as if they're getting much experience here. Team Psistorm, almost all of their team members are a level or 2 away from max, with the only exception being Alolan Ninetales, while the only team member that seems to be really excelling in the EXP department on Team the New Day is Cinderace. Most of their team is behind level, as Team the New Day is going to come in and very easily just kind of snipe this Dreadnought, and they're not going to get it in time as Zapdos is able to come in before they can get the level. How unfortunate for them. And it seems like Team the New Day is here setting up, trying to probe out, get some type of response from Team Psistorm, so that way they can do their thing with Rotom. That's a Unite move from Cinderace, but it doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh.
Trevenant gets a Unite move Absol coming in. Pikachu with his Unite move. That's 2 down. That's so old, and almost all of Team the New Day. If Team the New Day is standing, as Team
Oh my
Psistorm is
god, Team
easily
the New Day
decimated.
taking Zapdos!
Team the New Day takes a very easy Zapdos, allowing them to push forward and get several key goals in. That's 100 points. Another 100 points. Another 100 points. Giving them a very easy, almost 400 point lead, allowing them to come in. But the question now is, how does Team Psistorm respond with a 57 clock left, with a 57 seconds left on the clock, and almost a 300 point deficit? How do they respond here?
They try to make a massive push, honestly, or
They
just
do, but the issue with that is they now need to score almost 300 points. So they have to take at bare minimum 2 goals and then have someone else top the center. And it appears like Team Psistorm is actually trying to stake their claim here, but it looks like it's just not going to be enough, as the Rowlon is able to come down and assist his teammate, isolating everyone else. Absol's done, and that's just it.
You know, there's so many Unite moves going off on bottom lane. They really want to defend as much as they can from Team the New Day. They managed to take Zapdos and take the first game. Insane.
You lose.
We head here into the second match. It's going to be interesting to see how this team plays out. I'm seeing some key, not very. Seems like Team Psistorm's actually taking a slightly different approach here, as Team Wolfpack seems to be taking a mostly similar approach. And as we head into this game 2. Let's see if we see any major strategy changes going in.
Oh, I managed to make you back too. Okay. Let's get this game 2 started. Oh my god, there's been a little bit of just Pokemon changes coming from. Let me see.
As we head into game 2, let's see how these teams adapt to the results of the previous match. Okay, so we're still seems like they haven't really changed much in terms of team comps as for tops and bottom lanes. Most of it just honestly seems to be staying the same.
But it looks like for Team Psistorm, they substituted the Pikachu and the Cramorant in exchange for a few other mods. Definitely the Aegislash for sure.
And it looks like here early we're going to get a very aggressive push here from Team Wolfpack, as their Aegislash desperately tries to prevent the points from going in, and Gibble's going to take out the reboot with the help of that Aegislash. Very, very nice attack there, as Team Wolfpack now basically loses out on all that free B experience. On bottom lane, we're seeing Team Psistorm get a very aggressive early push and getting a kill, allowing them to get this Audino and some nice EXP, as their Bulbasaur also gets the advantage of an early evolution here. And we haven't even hit the 8-minute mark yet. Wow. Trevenant struggling to try to get some EXP so he can evolve as Eldegoss and Ivysaur push up on their Duraludon, and now they're going to slowly retreat back as the Eldegoss has taken quite a bit of a beating here. Rotating back top, we're seeing the Dual Blade going up against two members of Team Wolfpack as they try to hold in. But Gibble comes in, and he's going to immediately try to help his teammate take down this Machoke, and Machoke is going to pull away as Dual Blade and Gibble are able to basically hold the fort and cancel this attack. Rotating back to bottom now, we're seeing some pokes and prods here from Team Psistorm, but they're not really committing to a heavy push. They're just trying to get this EXP while also keep the team isolated. I stand corrected as the team now very heavily pushes in as the next set of Bs come in, and we're about 16 seconds away from our first set of major objectives here in Game 2.
And Babu evolving into Cinderace, not to mention on Team Psistorm, Aegislash now being an Aegislash.
That's an Aegislash for Team Psistorm, and some very, very key KOs here for Team Psistorm as they very handedly take out some good mons there and start getting some points in on the top lane. Both teams poking and prodding on bottom, trying to get an opening here so they can get a takeout on that Dreadnought. And Team Psistorm going to get a very early Garchomp evolution here. That's actually scary. And the Venusaur snipes the Dreadnought for Team Psistorm, allowing them to come in and get some very handy KOs. 2, 3, 4 team members down.
Oh my gosh, look at the block pressure.
And the bottom lane is gone as Team Psistorm is going to very handedly take that first forward zone and begin to just start stacking points in the second one, as Team Wolfpack is going to try their best to fight, but also begin to rotate top for this next fight. Oh, and that's a kill against Team Wolfpack. A very bad call for them, as now they are now down a member for this upcoming Rotom fight. It appears. Oh, and Team Wolfpack's gonna take the Rotom here and very handedly push it against Team Psistorm Gaming, who is now struggling to try to push back. And that's a KO. That's a KO for Aegislash against the Trevenant, as him and Garchomp basically team up to isolate and pin down this Rotom, denying any hope Team Wolfpack had of getting some early scores in. And that's a KO on Cinderace as well. Very handedly on Team Psistorm to take the second objective.
And that Rotom backfired as well.
It seems like whenever Team Psistorm loses their objective, they immediately switch to just they switch to a very defensive tactic. They just isolate the objective and then immediately wipe out anyone in the vicinity, it seems. And it's kind of insane. As a member of Team Wolfpack, very desperately tries to take out this Blissey, but unfortunately is unable to connect with the kill, as now Team Psistorm mounts a counterattack, pushing heavy against the enemy team. And that's a Unite move from Venusaur, and a KO. 2 KOs from Machamp. And as Venusaur gets 2 KOs on their Duraludon and another member of their team, Garchomp's coming in for Team Psistorm, trying to get some kills here. He's going to get one. Him and Aegislash are going to get another.
Oh my god! That's so much pressure!
Duraludon's heavy metal is going to kick in, allowing him to survive, but also essentially barring him and his team from this Dreadnought fight, which is going to very handedly go to Team Psistorm.
There was so much DPS coming from Team Psistorm as well from bottom lane push.
That Garchomp is insanely dangerous. He's running what it seems to be a crit set, and it's just allowing him to just plow through the enemy team here, especially once you give him the jungle. He's essentially just, you're plugging in the batteries, he's going to run with it. And again, that's another hit from Garchomp, and Venusaur, the Unite move from Blissey, and Team Wolfpack is sent scurrying away as Team Psistorm heavily comes in, capitalizing, getting several key kills and scores here, also allowing them to very handedly take this Rotom as Team Wolfpack is sent struggling, trying to figure out a way to answer to this with no answer, and Trevenant and Machamp basically trying to go in and get some kills just to try to manage for as long as they can and also get rid of this Rotom. Again, it seems like the biggest issue here for this team, Team Wolfpack, just seems to be a massive level deficiency here. Most of Team Psistorm is roughly 12 to 13. We're seeing members of Team Wolfpack at level 9 still as we hit 2 minutes and 33 seconds into the second game, and we're very fastly approaching Zapdos as Team Wolfpack for some reason still has not been able to take down that Rotom. This is proving to be problematic for them. That's another kill for Team Psistorm. My god. And that Venusaur buff you were talking about earlier, Greg, seems to really be coming in handy here for them.
So they're having so much increased damage. It's so much beneficial now just to use it, especially like using it in far distance from range.
And Team Wolfpack is gonna. Oh, that Cinderace. You know he wanted that kill. You know he wanted it. And Venusaur's gonna go for the snipe. And he's gonna connect. He's gonna connect with that Duraludon. That's gonna start wiping out several members of the team. 2 members down, 3 members down, going on a 4th now. And
oh my god, that Butterbeer shield! Oh my god, that's a wipe!
That's a wipe on Team Psistorm, and Team Wolfpack is going to come in and just immediately eat up this Zapdos again. But the question is, do they have the points necessary to close the gap here as Team Psistorm now starts to respond and mount a response immediately trying to figure out a way to shut this down? That's 70 points. Another 100. Another 100.
Oh my god.
Another 100 points. They're able to close the gap, but the question is, can they keep it up? With 59 seconds on the clock, Team Wolfpack now has to be able to keep Team Psistorm away from them for the next 50 seconds, or they lose this match. Coming on to 46 seconds here in game 2.
Here comes the push coming from Team Psistorm.
Team Psistorm coming in with the push. Trevenant's going to put himself out there to try to save his team. Unite move from Blissey.
Oh my
Cinderace is down. Trevenant is down. 2 members going in trying to get something done here. And it looks like they have no answer here. That's that's just bad. All right, that's another 100 points in. But the question is, can Team Psistorm get the points in they need? 9 seconds left. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh my
3,
god, will that change
2, 1.
Oh my god.
Now we wait and see the results. Let's hope. That might not have been enough.
Steal that last game?
Did Team Psistorm steal those points in the last moments? Let's see what happens here.
Oh, just not enough!
Unfortunately, 9 points short of the win there for Team Psistorm, and Team Wolfpack takes game 2. Unfortunate.
That was such a great defensive play from Team Wolfpack.
Team Wolfpack putting all the stops out to defend that goal, but in the end, Team Psistorm was able to make the push, but it just wasn't enough.
Okay.
Just was not enough for them to get those last couple of
Trevenant,
points
Machamp.
to take that game.
Okay, more all-rounders. They're switching to Sarina, maybe. Right, it looks like it's gonna be pretty balanced with some of the stuff they have out. Obviously, I feel like the jungler is gonna be Cinderace. Okay. Alright, let the game begin. The first round between Team Wolfpack versus Team Los Banditos. Now I wonder how this is gonna... Okay, so it's gonna be the same rule as before. 3 on bottom, 1 on top, and 1 on mid. The Machops are gonna duke it in a Ditto match on top. It looks like... I think Team Los Banditos... Yeah, Team Los Banditos are going to make a push on top, considering they already have a Rabu, and it's just them solo Machamp on Team Wolfpack just being alone, getting so much pressured on. These, just Machoke barely evolving on Team Wolfpack side, but unfortunately it's going to be taken out by the Machoke from Team Los Banditos. And now they're going to make the counter score. Now let's see what's going to go on bottom lane. It seems they're just playing on team, or the team on Los Banditos are going to play really defensive, trying not to let Team Wolfpack score on bottom. It looks like everyone's scattered on top lane going around, probably trying to get more points to get the level ups and to get the points to score more on the opposite team. My god, yeah, no, there's everyone's just colliding, just almost everyone down here in bottom lane just get testing each other, and it looks like Team Los Banditos taking the first score, or the first kill on the bottom.
Allowing them to secure a lot of bees down there for themselves, and both teams are just going to pull back and reset, try to get their EXP, and just do what they can for now.
Everyone's trying to get back to health as well too. Team Los Banditos are trying to gather up as much as they can, but it looks like Team Wolfpack is just putting the pressure on them, considering that they are low on health from the previous fight on bottom. But let's see who gets Dreadnought, and it looks like Team Los Banditos taking the score on Dreadnought, baby.
That's for them. Yeah, and they're going to take bottom lane too as well.
You know, and I think Team Wolfpack doing their best just to try to hurry up as soon as they can to get Rotom to counter score with Dreadnought.
Also going to rotate top and try to get those points there. Serena's just going to go straight for it. As Los Banditos' Machop tries to come in.
Oh no!
Nice kill on
Los Banditos take the steal!
And that's a kill, and that's Serena down. As the Rotom calmly soars in, and Blissey Blissy's not gonna be able to save it. And that's another forward goal taken by Los Banditos.
My god, that is such a sneaky steal too.
And that's a Unite move from Pikachu for Los Banditos as they try to take out Blissey, but they might not be able to get the kill. And they get the kill. Oh no.
My gosh. Team Wolfpack having a big struggle on this mid game. I don't know how they're going to answer back with 2 of their lanes being destroyed on both top and bottom.
I agree. It's going to take a lot of coordination and a solid strategy to be able to win back this game. However, as we've seen before, Team Wolfpack is a Zapdos, and they like to play the Zapdos game. So if their strategy is the same, this might be indicative. Like, yeah, they're losing here, but they might be waiting for that Zapdos to come in and swipe it in like we saw them do with Team Psistorm Gaming.
Right. It did work for them once, but it could happen again.
It worked for them twice in both games. I believe they were able to turn it around and just...
Here comes Dreadnought again. And Los Banditos are already waiting for the Dreadnought, trying to steal it, and it looks like they're melting. Yeah. They succeededly take Dreadnought from Los Banditos.
As Team Wolfpack tries to get those Bs to get to keep themselves leveled up. And we see both teams heading in for Rotom here soon. The Trevenant's going to try to push up and push Dreadnought back to their side, and that's the Unite move from Trevenant. Machop takes down Cinderace, and that's 1 down on both sides of the team. Machamp on the other side takes out Serena. Machamp on Team Wolfpack side gets another kill. 3 kills.
And at this time, Team Wolfpack tries to take Rotom. Let's see how Team Los Banditos try to handle Rotom with the just heavy pressure push on top.
As the Cinderace tries to take him out, but he's going to be met with overwhelming pressure from Team Los Banditos as they easily take him out and neutralize that Rotom. And that's going to
barely just in time too to not let it get in the goal.
Agreed. As we see teams are now basically resetting after that fight, and we hit 3 minutes on the clock here, getting very close to that crucial Zapdos fight. Because as we've seen before, Team Wolfpack strategy has generally been to just take some hits here and there, but as soon as Zapdos comes, that's when they swoop in, they take Zapdos whatever they have to, they score those points, and they're able to turn the game around. Now the question is Los Banditos going to be able to shut that down, or is Team Wolfpack going to be able to just isolate again?
Oh my god, and that ambush succeeds from Team Los Banditos. What a successful ambush and trying to pressure on bottom lane.
As they go in for the
Dreadnought again, and they succeeded again.
They take it 10 seconds before Zapdos, which is going to give them the shield buffer they need to be able to help them in that fight. As we're 7 seconds towards the next battle, 6 seconds, and it appears here we are. We're at Zapdos, and Los Banditos getting a very early kill on Team Wolfpack support.
Oh my god! But let's see how they try to take the Zapdos middle lane fight.
Team Los Banditos is being pushing back heavily against Team Wolfpack, not giving them an ounce of inch of pressure here, as Team Wolfpack's Blissey is going to come in and try to do something, but they can't, and it looks because Slowbro's pushing them back, and Team Los Banditos easily takes Zapdos there. As they now begin to push forward and get these crucial points in, bit by bit.
100?
Another 100. That's 200 points in.
300
points in. Another 100.
Oh my god.
And we now hit 1 minute left on the clock. It appears that Team Los Banditos might have just taken this game, but unless Team Wolfpack can pull off an amazing no-death counter score, we're gonna have to see what happens here. But honestly, it looks like Team Los Banditos has honestly just shut down Team Wolfpack and been able to isolate their strategy. But oh no, Team Wolfpack coming in with a heavy attack on bottom. That's 1 score in, 2 scores in, and they're now pushing up. The Covenant basically leading the charge against their team as all of Team Los Banditos comes in to try to mount a response, but they don't seem to be able to. No, 1 kill 2 kills down. 2 members of Team Los Banditos are down. As the rest of them are trying to jump in on the withered and battered Team Wolfpack, but that's 2 kills, and with 10 seconds on the clock, it appears that Team Wolfpack is not going to be able to get those points that they needed in to turn this game around, and we're going to see this game go to Team Los Banditos.
You lose.
It's going to be interesting to see what strategies we see adopted here with both sides, as generally we've seen Team Wolfpack's strategy has been to just dominate on Zapdos. We saw Los Banditos shut that down with quickness. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out going into the next game. And it looks like Team Wolfpack is making some small changes here in their lineup. Nothing too major, but it might be interesting to see how this strategy plays out here for them. Let's move to the next round. Alright, and here we go into game 2 with these two lovely teams going head to head. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out here with both teams going for what appears to be the general 3-1-1 movement set with Cinderace and Talonflame jungling for both sides respectively. And the Macaques are just going to completely ignore each other and go for scores. And so it appears both Macaques had the same brain cell there. They just completely ignored each other and went for the opposing goals. And it looks like on bottom here, we're seeing Team Los Banditos trying to get some early EXP as Team Wolfpack tried to shut them down, and that was immediately negated here by the opposing team, as both junglers are just fiddling around in the jungle trying to get their level ups. And it looks like we're gonna maybe see some combat up here. No, we're not. That Talonflame is just going to try to push that Reboot back a little bit, and Reboot's going to take a little bit of a step back, but he's not going to expose himself just yet. He wants to wait till he has the support of his team member there as the Bees start coming in on top, and both teams are just going to push in. Team Wolfpack is going to just get hurt badly with the loss of Macaque, and both Macaques down as Team Los Banditos, and Team Los Banditos takes the double kill by the jungler Reboot, allowing them to get some nice points on top, as on bottom, Team Wolfpack is suffering a similar setback as their team tries to get some damage and points and something in, but Team Los Banditos is just keeping them on their toes, applying very good pressure and giving them giving themselves the edge they need to keep going forward here. It's going to be as we're 58 seconds away from the first set of objectives here. It's going to be interesting to see what these teams do, as both junglers have reached their final evolution, and both teams seem to be at similar level points. No one's really losing the EXP game here. No one's really losing anything. There's just a point of which team can just out-damage the other. And it looks like, unfortunately for Wolfpack, that might be pointing more towards Team Los Banditos' side with the amount of damage they're able to put out with this team. As the Macaque on Team Los Banditos starts looking for bait, and Talonflame goes in for the fly, looking for an easy kill, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it quite easily, as Cinderace is going to try to push them back for Team Los Banditos.
My
He's gonna
apologies, I'm leaving you in the dust, my guy. I'm back.
That Talonflame is just going to keep trying to fish out that kill, and he's going to pay for it as Cinderace gets the easy punish kill and some nice EXP returning to base for a heal. On bottom, we see Team Los Banditos going for a quick and easy push on that Dreadnought. Pikachu doing most of the damage as Eldegoss and Machoke try to push them back, and it's not going to work as most of the team comes down to back them up. Cinderace with the Unite move going for Duraludon. Trevenant's all alone, and he's down. Kill by Slowbro.
Oh my goodness, that's a Dreadnought reset though.
As Macap comes in trying to just get some kills, he's down. Duraludon and Blissey are trying to do something. They have no answer here. They're getting pushed back. With Duraludon going down trying to do a Dragon Pulse, nothing from him either. And Team Los Banditos is going to take that Dreadnought as their Machamp also takes the top forward zone, allowing them to very easily get some EXP and then reset for what comes next here.
What an objective from that left side team. That was absolutely insane coordination right there. Even after the reset on Dreadnought, still able to pull through and coordinate their team well enough to get that kill on the Dreadnought, and like you said, able to secure that objective there.
Definitely. The Trevenant's going to come in here, but unfortunately, Trevenant and Blissey are all alone, so they're going to see themselves having to push back, as that Blissey is probably running out of eggs here. Duraludon and Talonflame going in for some kills up there, trying to get some points. And the Unite move from Talonflame, but unfortunately, he's going to go down to Cinderace. Cinderace is going to get taken out by Duraludon, and the enemy Machamp is going to try to take out Duraludon, and he's going to get his kill as well.
Yeah, just these incredible pushes that right side team is at least trying to force the issue and push the aggression, but not successful. Just this really amazing defense from that left side team has been able to be super successful so far for Los Banditos.
Oh, the Unite move from Trevenant.
Oh
Blissey's
my
gonna pop
goodness!
Eldegoss is gonna pop Unite.
It's just
Eldegoss is gonna try to take out Machamp. They're gonna take out Machamp. Blissey's gonna try to score. Trevenant pushing back the Eldegoss to secure those points for their team, and those points are going to go right in. Trevenant's going to get punished for it, though, and we might see him go down here.
This Trevenant and Blissey combo definitely working for a little bit on that bottom there, taking advantage of all of those deaths, but not going to get too much more off of this coming into the rotation, as we see everybody getting ready for this Dreadnought fight.
Definitely. And it's interesting because the Duraludon's trying to utilize Dragon Pulse, I'm seeing, but unfortunately, he's not getting many hits off on the enemy team. And Machamp's going to go all in there and just try to get as many kills as he can. He's going to take out Talonflame. Slowbro's going to eat that enemy Machamp Unite move and then Unite himself, trying to get him down. Blissey's out of eggs. Everyone's just trying to scramble and do what they can while Pikachu's just getting that free damage off on the Dreadnought. Team Wolfpack trying to push through and get some damage here, trying to take some people down. Talonflame try to go for the fly on Cinderace. It doesn't work.
Oh my goodness, did they get the steal?
And that's the steal.
Oh my
and
god.
Los Banditos is now down.
Wow, what an incredible push. Yeah, they were just able to recover just in time to be able to get that steal. And they have a 49-point overstack into that bottom goal zone and actually take the lead in scoring. That's crazy.
Definitely. And now we're seeing Trevenant, we're seeing the camp for Team Los Banditos, Pikachu, and Eldegoss trying to push this Rotom now, trying to get those points back. And it looks like Trevenant for Team Wolfpack is just waiting. He's waiting for his moment. His entire team's here with him. He's going to push it back. And Team Los Banditos takes it. They're able to get the steal. How unfortunate. And Machamp for Team Wolfpack is going to go down here. But it doesn't look, unfortunately, it doesn't look like Team Los Banditos is going to be able to do much with it as we slowly coast into 30 seconds until Zapdos here. and everybody's just getting ready at this point.
Los Banditos so far has been showing just this amazing level of coordination when it came to all of those objectives, and even though they lost that Dreadnought fight, they were able to regroup very well and put some pressure on top lane, and just make sure that Team Wolfpack wasn't able to come back with scores and break that top goal zone.
There. And Trevenant's going to score on top, breaking the top forward goal for Team Los Banditos' side. As we now head into the Zapdos fight here, seeing what both teams are going to do as the Talonflame goes for a fly. And they go for the Pikachu, and it looks like, and Pikachu is going to get his points in.
Wow, Team Wolfpack with the positional advantage.
Definitely. As we see one member on their team go down, they're going to go for Duraludon. Duraludon's gone. 2 team members down. They're going in for Blissey. Blissy's gone. Machamp might be the next on the chopping block here.
Banditos!
And we see Cinderace just going off.
Banditos! Wow, what a
popping
comeback!
Off here. And they're now playing very cautiously.
Wait, why aren't they taking it? They're losing. Why aren't they taking it?
No, they have to play cautious, because if that Talonflame comes down with that Talonflame has fly. If he goes into the air, they can't guarantee a Zapdos secure with him alive. With Talonflame alive, they can't guarantee that secure.
Oh, that's
the problem.
This huge turn in the tides for the positional advantage, though, is coming their way, and they allow the right side team to regroup with 47 seconds left. They need to get the secure on the Zapdos to get the victory.
Drew down on Team Los Banditos. We might be seeing Cinderace go down here as well.
The Pikachu is by himself. He's going to get that crucial score.
Pikachu is going to get those scores.
Oh my goodness.
That's 82 points.
But that Zapdos is going to go down. The Zapdos for the right-hand team. They have to get the score, though. Can they get the defense? Oh.
That's the question. But it looks like Team Wolfpack's just going to coast by.
Does the Machamp live?
Those points in.
Wait, that's a 2-point lead! It's 2 points! It's 2 points apart!
Make that 100.
Okay, there we go. There's the extra 100.
That's 10 seconds left, and Team Wolfpack takes game 2.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness, that came down to the very end. Damn, Los Banditos ended up turning the tides around with a sneaky Pikachu score during the Zapdos fight, but ended up losing Zapdos entirely and just barely able to come out with the scores. Was Team Wolfpack.
That's the fear of Talonflame, sadly. When you have that Talonflame running fly, you know if he's alive, you cannot guarantee those secures, because he can just swoop in.
Alright, it doesn't seem like there's going to be too much of a lineup switch from either side coming out. And it looks like they're just going to make a few adjustments to strategy. I think that Talonflame is the most surprising keep from that left side team there. But we'll see how it plays out.
Let's see. And again, it looks like both Machops just share the same brain cell. They're on the same wavelength. They're just like, yeah. Hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going this way. You go that way, I go this way.
Yeah, it really is the crossing of paths between those two characters. It's the same thing with pre-nerf Lucario, I felt, and pre-nerf Greedent. It's just how those characters roll, man.
They're just like, yeah, alright, cool, yeah, you're going this, yeah, alright, yeah, I'm going this way.
They just have an agreement that they're gonna get their stacks on. They also both scored 14, like exactly 14 points, which is also funny. Like, no more, no less. Just, we agree this is what the game plan is.
Yeah, we drafted the terms 20 minutes ago. And it looks like, and it looks like Team Los Banditos is just going to try to push up here a little bit, but they're going to have to pull back, yeah. Because that Machamp is fully healed. He's at max health. And on the bottom here, it looks to be more of the same team. Team Los Banditos just keeping them pressured back. They're not giving them an inch.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like he stole that.
This aggression from that right side team. So much pressure being put on right now.
They know what they have to do. They have to strangle that EXP gain from them. They have to, because once Team Wolfpack starts getting that engine going, they're not going to stop. They've shown that in almost every game they've played so far. Once they start getting it together, they're very hard to take down. It looks like both teams are getting ready here on bottom for a big fight coming up in about 30 seconds. Unfortunately, they don't have a Trevenant yet.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty big coming into the objective. Trevenant's
yeah,
good at surviving.
Here comes the bees. And it looks like Team Los Banditos is going to take most of that for themselves.
Ooh, that tree! Oh,
yeah.
I always forget that tree just like never dies. Cause if I was one of my characters there, I would have died. I'm just saying I died.
Oh no,
for sure.
I don't agree. No, Trevenant is a beast in the current meta right now. He's a monster.
Oh my goodness, Team the New Day.
And they're gonna take that. Ooh.
Not getting contested. But the Cinderace Unite.
Oh. Cinderace Unite, and he's just gonna go to town on whoever he can over there now. Basically getting several kills. Oh my god.
Wow, what a reversal.
So, even with the Dreadnought, they're just taking a beating here. Unfortunate. And it looks like, yeah, they're gonna go for the top. They're gonna go for the crack. They're gonna take that zone and just run with it.
Absolutely. Yep. Here comes that coordination from that left side team. I think they're pulling a few more off, but just trying to get that experience real quick. Try and see if they can build up unites for this fight. 6-minute mark is pretty good time to use it if you're able to get that leveling early. And it looks like ooh, that Trevenant actually pushing it back. Yeah.
The champ's gonna. Oh, he's gonna go straight for Duraludon. Unfortunate. And they're gonna steal it. Oh lord. Team Los Banditos.
They're playing out of
they're gonna stop Talon. Like they're gonna reach him. They're just barely gonna reach him in time. He's gonna fly away though. I don't think they're gonna be able to catch him.
Just to put this all into perspective, both of these teams so far haven't tanked an L yet in this tournament, so whoever ends up winning this game is going to move on to top 4 on winner's side, and the loser of this game is going to unfortunately fall hands into the bottom part of bracket. So this is a very crucial game right here.
And it looks like 3 of them are just, they're pushing that top lane. They want it. And they're going to take it. And he's gonna go straight for Duraludon, and Duraludon's gonna pop the Unite, and that's gonna be the end of Machamp right there, unfortunately.
Slowbro being caught up in the center by himself as well. Oh, the Pikachu Unite!
Pikachu's gonna come in for the save. Talonflame wants him though. Oh, and they're gonna take Slowbro instead. How? Wait, are they? No, they're not. It looks like Slowbro's gonna hold out. as his entire team now comes to back him up, and a big fight just drops.
Dude,
Eldegoss'
I
Unite
can't
move coming
even
in.
comprehend what's going on right now.
Eldegoss' Unite move coming in. They're gonna get the stun on Trevenant, but he's a freaking tree.
Look
So
at
he's
these.
just gonna ignore all of that.
Look at this,
He
Los
just walked
Banditos putting pressure on the Dreadnought.
Los
With the
Banditos
talent
wants that
fight.
Dreadnought, and they're
Oh
gonna
my
get it
God, the
taken away
steal!
from them by Wolfpack. Oh my lord! Wolfpack gonna
Wow.
snipe that. Talonflame gonna throw his life away, but he's gonna make sure his team gets that Dreadnought right there. He is not
You
giving
know
it up.
what's super worthwhile to secure both Dreadnoughts. Crazy.
That's what I mean. You got, that Talonflame is deadly. He could be as low as you want him to be. If he gets that fly up, he's going for damage, no matter how much it may be. Whether it to be sniped that objective or just to get the kill, he's going for it.
Here we go. We got some punches coming out from the Machamp. They're building up experience, and Los Banditos is going to be the first one to touch the Rotom.
Rotom at about 50% here, and Trevenant's just going to try to be that guy. Oh
No
Pikachu
way, not
Unite move.
again! Oh my
Wolfpack
God!
steals the Rotom.
What a
Oh my
steal!
God.
Oh wow! Oh
It's
wow!
not
Oh
gonna-
wow! Rotom just
It's not.
died.
It's gonna result. It's not gonna result in anything. But that's just terrifying to see. Like they're just coming in and they're sniping these objectives with no trouble at all.
Dude, the snipes coming from Team Wolfpack have been insane. They don't necessarily, I don't think they're pushing the jumps as much as they were. I think that's the adjustment they made, and they just push at the right time and catch Los Banditos off guard. And we'll see if they can do the same coming here in the Zapdos fight.
See, we got 27 seconds. They're not. No one. I don't think any team's gonna have enough time to get that Dreadnought again. So it's literally just gonna be what we see going into this next fight here for Zapdos here in the center.
Yep, everyone building that experience and trying to get the good positioning coming into this. Yeah, no one going after that Dreadnought.
And it's gonna be interesting because the teams are about equal in EXP right about now.
Oh,
There isn't
here come the
really
Unites.
Oh,
Here it
and-
comes.
Oh, there. Oh,
They're
shots
starting
fired.
up top.
Cinderace is going for it.
Cinderace
Cinderace does not care. He wants the Raludon gone. He wants him gone today. As Team Los Banditos starts poking at Zapdos here. Unfortunately, yeah, there goes the Trevenant Unite move up top.
Oh no! But the
Eldegoss,
New Day, here they
Blissey's
come
Unite
in!
move going off.
All the
Two down
Unites,
from-
they're pushing just
two down
like I
from Los
said
Banditos.
at the right time.
Yeah, that precise moment of victory for them.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it. Team Wolfpack.
That's gonna be it.
They have to get those scores in, but they don't have the people to be able to defend this. That's gonna be 100 in the bottom. They're gonna get those scores
That's
on.
100, 200. As Team Wolfpack just pushes up here.
Oh my
Just-
goodness! What
they're
a
just-
reversal!
They're just taking their victory lap here as they just slowly walk up. And this is the same thing that happened last game.
Wow, just the steal coming out from Team Wolfpack in both games on all the objectives, well coordinated and able to take that, but 400 points technically not out of the realm of possibility if they're able to play their cards just right. We'll have to see how this push goes.
40 seconds on the clock. We're gonna have to see how Team Los Banditos is able to respond here. And it looks like they're making a push for top lane.
Absolutely, here comes the Unites.
There goes Unite. But it looks like Duraludon and Machamp are going to be able to handle it with no problem as they're now trying to take on the tank. Pikachu's Unite move coming out from the other team. Machamp gets another kill. Another kill. 3, 4 down. And Machamp on Team Los Banditos side is all alone as we come into the last 10 seconds of the game.
Wow, congratulations to Team Wolfpack, able to turn that game around. Ends up getting the steal on both Dreadnoughts, on the Rotom, on the Zapdos, and clutches out Game 3 to come out on winner's side of their pool as we head here into this top 4. Wow, just incredible.
Amazing game for them.
My computer's running at like 2 frames a second, bro.
Oh god. Rip Engra's computer.
It's not even a computer. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all, just real quick before the match starts. You know what I have to go through? I am on a laptop right now.
Oh my lord! Oh, you poor soul!
It's a really good laptop. It is a gaming laptop. Well, it's not a gaming laptop, but it has the specs of a gaming laptop. But it's still a laptop, bro. My computer is chugging away. I'm pretty sure I could fry an egg on my computer right now.
God damn, I'm hungry too. That might actually be nice.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, make sure after this is all over, man, you give your laptop a hug. You tell it good job.
It's doing pretty well. I'm actually feeling it right now. It's not too hot.
I'll give it all the positive affirmations, man.
Alright, and we are all good to go. And I haven't really commented on this comp yet, but Lucario instead of Machamp.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I mean, for Chunks, Lucario's been very solid for them so far, honestly. He's been insanely solid.
Absolutely,
And
I'm surprised I'm not seeing the Machamp Ditto. That's all I was trying to say.
you missed it. It's okay. You're like, I miss seeing them run
they're
past
still
each
doing
other.
the handshake. It's fine. They're still doing the handshake. They're still stacking. it's same old, same old.
He's like, I miss seeing everybody score exactly 14 points.
I miss the good old days when it was 14 and not 16. Oh my goodness! Look at this pressure on bottom from Chunks.
Jesus. Yeah, Chunks' team, they do that heavy pressure on bottom. That's how they roll. They start out guns blazing on bottom and just run with it.
Yeah, that early experience definitely matters, especially with how Hoopa is for those objectives. And it's also very interesting to see that with a hyperspace hole ban, Hoopa's not looking too popular. We're still seeing the Hoopas for some of the rotations.
Yeah, mostly for the Unite move.
Yep.
But I kind of predicted it when we decided to go through this. I'm like, we're not going to see once you take hyperspace hole off the table, you take away 50% of the reason why people play Hoopa. Because there's
not 100.
there's two types of Hoopa players. The Hoopa players that play for hyperspace hole, and then the Hoopa players that like to become a giant monstrosity.
Yeah.
And there's
much.
Oh my god!
Oh,
and Pikachu's
what a kill!
Gunning. Pikachu is on a rampage. He will not be stopped.
This Eldegoss too, coming out with those tornadoes. The spinning.
That double support is disgusting on bottom with Pikachu.
Absolutely.
He basically gets to just run rent free because anytime he gets hit, he's just gonna immediately get heals.
Look at this pressure from Lucario though. From that right side team, the amount of stacks that he's been able to get and the amount of scoring as well is going to be super critical for later, and ensuring they're able to win that top lane on Chunk's side. So yeah, Chunk's just
and they're just letting him too. They don't seem to be stopping him. They're just letting it happen.
Yep, definitely going to need to see some kind of adjustment come out from Wolfpack. If they're
yeah, because he's gonna get those bees too, just for free.
Ooh.
No one's contesting him. No one's stopping him. He's just up there, racking up point. He already has his Unite move by now.
Here on the bottom, Wolfpack ended up getting the better of that situation right there, which is really good back and forth.
Yeah, and here we go on the first Dreadnought fight. It's going to be interesting because that Lucario is stacked up. They have a Cinderace as well. And that's Talonflame gone. Oh, no.
That's huge for them. Just taking out
that
the
huge
jungler.
Oh my god. And Machamp's gone. Lissy's gone.
Oh
that's game. That's it. That's that right there.
A 5 KO streak in winners finals. That's crazy. That's actually insane.
We're not even at the halfway mark yet. Now the teams have to. That's one thing I will say. We've seen a very big focus on positioning here from a lot of these teams. especially since we're not seeing as many Hoopa players. We're seeing a lot of heavy emphasis on positioning here. And now we're gonna see how this fight plays out going into
Yeah. Looks like the Wolfpack had a little.
Yeah. Oh, and Lucario's just gonna dash in there.
When the Unite came out.
This is what he's been doing all game. He gets those early stacks, and then as soon as they sleep on him, Lucario just dashes in every time, and that's it. That's all he has to do. He just walks right in. He gets those stacks, and once he stacks up, he just walks in.
Yo.
And no one's able to answer for it.
Hold up 1 second. Team Wolfpack doing what they do best with that Rotom Steel, though. Gotta shout it out. That was insane.
Oh, of course. but it's terrifying. It's terrifying looking at this team, looking at Chunks' team. That Lucario and that Cinderace combo, they just walk in. Oh, look, they just walk in. And, it seems like... And Team Wolfpack seems to have the tools to stop it, but it's like they need to answer this EXP gap that's happening here. Like 2 members on Team Chunks' side already have a triple level deficit, and the Unite move from Eldegoss to save them. And Cinderace is just gonna get to keep fighting now because he got that EXP boost. Talonflame's gonna try to shut him down. Nothing's gonna come of it, and they're gonna take that forward goal.
Wow, even with the impeccable defense from Team Wolfpack and all the rotations coming in, not gonna be able to defend this 46-point overstack, I believe, coming from the Cinderace. Just incredible push and incredible pressure from Chunk's team. Is able to end up taking it there. So really, really good stuff.
And Lucario, again, is just... It's sad to see, because, Lucario's just bullying this team. And you don't see that often with Lucario, but you don't often see Lucario's just soloing and bullying teams like this.
Yeah, not in this meta.
If we want to see Wolfpack make a comeback here, they need to find an answer, because... look at that, he's just there by himself. The
thing is, I don't even think it's necessarily because it's Lucario. I think the player, my goodness, I can't see the player's name unfortunately, but this Lucario player has just been doing an insane job of just keeping that pressure on and keeping the Wolfpack away from the rest of the team.
Oh, definitely. Now we're gonna see. Now they're gonna kind of push this, and Lucario's just gonna get the safeguard from Blissey. He's just gonna pull back. They're not gonna bother.
Yeah, they don't need to push on this because they already have so much experience and so much of a point advantage coming into these final few minutes here.
They have 2 Mons, 1 Mon at 14, 1 Mon at 13. Meanwhile, we're still seeing at least 1 member on Wolfpack with still single-digit level, unfortunately. And we're going into the 250 mark here.
Look at this incredible pressure. Even when it comes to the farming phase that we usually see in the end game, Chunks' team has just been able to put on so much pressure and actually steal some of that farm from the
Oh my god, that Slowbro's is taking a pounding here. But he's not gonna go down just yet.
There he goes. There he goes.
There he goes.
Oh, and that's Sylveon's gonna fall to the Eldegoss? No, barely able to get out of there. Good stuff from the Blissey. Are they able to burn this though? Burn the Dreadnought for sure, right? For sure. They have 7 seconds. Yeah, they're gonna burn that. They got it. Wow, huge level deficit.
And now they have the shield coming in. Not only is it a level deficit, they now have that buffer coming into the fight.
But we know Wolfpack to steal an objective or 2. Here come the Unites. What's gonna happen?
Wolfpack with the... That's 2! That's 2! That's 3! Oh my god! Blissey's gonna try to just do something. Blissey has no answer. Sylveon is terrified. Sylveon's trying to pull back. They're not gonna make it in time. And that's gonna be a Zapdos. Yeah. That's going to be a Zapdos right there. And Cinderace is going to get that. Pikachu's going to get that kill. Eldegoss is just going to walk past everyone for that goal.
Good stuff. The Chunks' team right there, just able to come out with the Zapdos fight, get the early jump on that team fight there. All the Unites came out, and that Pikachu was extremely well coordinated with the rest of his team to get that CC off and not even let Team Wolfpack anywhere near the Zapdos.
And with 58 seconds here, we're gonna have to see what Team Wolfpack tries to do to try to muster up an answer here. But unfortunately, that double support combo is deadly. It's deadly. Like these two supports are just so in sync. It's so deadly.
For sure, and Team Wolfpack is gonna have to find a way to really make counteract just this entire strategy coming out from that right-hand team. They just weren't able to come out with any sort of anything, no pressure at all. But still a valiant effort, all things considered. I mean,
almost definitely.
That's not terrible in terms of scoring, and what they really need to do for this next game is just make sure that they're able to decrease that level deficit and then coordinate a little bit better for team fights. They can't fight it like they did in the last set. They need to get the jumps off early if they're going to have a shot at it. I don't think stealing these objectives is going to be super
that's painful. And Eldeca's incinerates. That is so painful to see. I'm so... Let's see what we see here for Team Wolfpack. Ooh, okay.
No shot. Okay, I knew the Decidueye was coming out. Y'all heard me call that, but what is this mime? Wait, no.
What is
this? Wait. No, that's Chunks' team. That's not a Decidueye.
Chunks. That's terrifying. Oh my god. That's actually a little terrifying.
Dude, that lineup is crazy. We got a mime in winners finals. That's a YouTube thumbnail.
Nah, dude, that's scary. Blissey, Hoopa, Wiggly, and Mime.
Yo,
with Decidueye? That's
who's running top?
Scary.
Is it gonna be solo mime up top? Are they running solo mime on top?
That would be terrifying. Oh, this is gonna be the match to see. Oh my god.
There's no shot they're running solo mime on top. There is no shot.
There's no way.
Let's just talk about Team Wolfpack here for a second. Charizard, Duraludon. What are these mons, bro?
They're going range. They want range. They noticed it. They noticed the same thing we did last game. They had no answer. And no, it looks like we're getting Wigglytuff up top. Wow, okay.
As a Wigglytuff main myself, bro, this is looking a little whack right now. But Wigglytuff is one of those characters, believe it or not, can actually stack super well. It's just not super common in competitive play. But wow, versus Trevenant, and Wigglytuff actually counters Trevenant, believe it or not.
Okay, their Hoopa is down.
Wigglytuff is going to counter the Trevenant because you can just keep putting him to sleep and not let him use, I forget what the move's called, but the pushback move. It just doesn't work against Tough, especially with a rollout composition or the DPS that Dazzling Gleam has. But look at this pressure coming out from
Tough is down. Tough is down on top with the Decidueye all alone. Oh my. But Dartrix is gonna be able to hold until his teammate arrives. Thankfully, it looks like. Actually, they might get the kill here. Yeah. No. Wait. Oh my lord. Yeah. No, they're getting that kill right there. That's all she wrote.
Wow, it looks like they're trading Goal Zone for Goal Zone here. As on the bottom, they actually traded their Deno steals for the experience. Oh no, that Duraludon, is it gonna go down?
Oh. No, just barely. Just barely. He just barely gets away. That was pain. Mime? You can't sleep on Mime. Like, this is the thing. A lot of people sleep on Mr. Mime because they see him as one of the weaker supports. And when you see characters like Hoopa and Blissey, I can see why people think that. And he snipes the EXP from can't see, unfortunate.
The thing about Mime is he is super good with the right team composition. I don't think he's necessarily of the better of the Mons, but with the right team setup and coordination, he can be an annoying force to deal with. He can even play like Greedent a little bit in the right hands.
Agreed, and this is why I feel like like I said, a lot of people sleep on Mr. Mime because they see other Mons like Blissey and Hoopa and Eldegoss, you know, that bring I will admit a lot more utility to the table, right? On paper. But then when you see people, but almost anytime you see someone play Mime, crazy shit happens. Almost every time. Almost every time you see it, crazy stuff just starts happening.
Oh no, that Hoopa
And there's the stun.
down. That Hoopa
there's the
went
stun.
down.
Blissey and Mime struggling here a little bit, but able to hold it together as Mime pushes them back to just try to give his team a little bit of breathing room.
It actually looks like Team Wolfpack is still going to have a little bit better positioning on this Dreadnought, but we do see the Decidueye just with that arrow able to get the snipes. There's one.
Yep.
Oh yeah! Wow, the Unite!
That's kill! That's 2 kills! And the team's coming, now they're coming up.
The push.
Now team...
The Mime with the wall! They're not...
Mime into the wall! They have no rockets here! Oh my god!
That was genius!
Where are they gonna go? He's done!
That was 10,000 IQ! That was big.
Where are they gonna go?
That was so big-brained!
Meanwhile, Trevenant up top is just gonna very easily secure this objective.
Dude, I'm still in shock. The wall to not let them retreat back and get the berries was the biggest brain play, my dude. Oh my goodness. But yeah, goal zone for goal zone, certainly the right thing to do here. So, we're coming up here as we see Team Wolfpack trying to push this secondary objective here. But it looks like Mime's just gonna block him out. That's one of the things. Like Mime's gonna be, it is a good like first line of defense because he's just gonna block off. And look at that, dude.
Look at that. He's just gonna cut people off.
Mime
he's gonna cut people off, and that's
so well with this Decidueye pick.
Oh my god! And there we go again. Boom, another one. Like he's just setting them up. He's blocking them off and setting them up.
Wow! Not breaking the
and
top goal zone too,
yet.
because they don't want to give them the Adenos. They don't want to give them that experience. That's actually really smart.
Yep.
Holy! I'm ecstatic right now. I'm living.
Same.
This is crazy.
It's terrifying because this team that we're seeing from Chunks is just terrifying because you have the Decidueye there just popping snipes off, and every time someone tries to get away, there's the wall. There's the wall. Where you gonna go? What you gonna do? And there's the Unite move from Hoopa. Here we go. The Decidueye popping his Unite move as well, and this team's just gonna melt.
Oh my goodness!
This team's just gonna melt. And there we go.
There it is.
That's all it takes. And the stun, and there we go again.
The tri-KO right there, and the defense is going to have to come on from this Trevenant and Duraludon to kind of stop the score pushing, but they're not going there. They're not going there. They faked them out. There's the juke, and here's the rotation for Rotom.
Yep.
Wow. Blissey from the Wolfpack trying to get a little something started. A little bit of a jump, but going to be forced back as well. And yeah,
unfortunately,
wow.
we're seeing Wolfpack suffer from the same issue they had last game. It's that EXP deficit. They're suffering from it. And oh my god, Charizard with the Unite move. Hooper trying to get away from it. There goes Blissey. There goes Slowbro. But they're just creating tick for tack right now. And it looks like the Decidueye is just going to start popping out. Probably try to get some snipes here as well. As Blissey's just keeping them up. And That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Right
just
there.
very good trying to get the 2v4 off to stall that Rotom as long as possible, but now, yeah, Team Wolfpack's gonna have to end up defending this. And Tree's a good one to do it, but when you're distracting 3 Mons during the farming phase of the game, it just is only gonna increase that experience deficit entirely.
Definitely. Like, this is the issue that they've been running into consistently since they started facing off Chunks. And this is the same issue we've seen almost every team Chunks has faced in these brackets suffer from. The EXP deficit is so wide that these teams just seem unable to compensate. And look, here we're going to see it again. They're just going to burn this. They're just gonna,
crazy.
Look, they're just gonna burn this. No contest. They're just gonna burn that.
That Decidueye is almost level 15 before going into the Zapdos fight. That shows the insane just synergy that this left side team has had. Oh no, the Wigglies have caught in the wrong spot though. Oh, and the Unites are forced out early. But the positional advantage. Out early. Positional advantage on the left side.
Yeah, but it still comes out at the perfect time.
There
and
it
there's
goes.
one, two. We're seeing the snipes go off. Oh my
still
god.
Alive. That Eldegoss barely staying alive. There's the buddy barrier. Wow, and those safeguards keeping the left side team alive.
3. Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, and now Tree's gonna have to try to do something, but I don't even know if he can.
Wow, they're just gonna burn it. They're just gonna burn it. Can the Charizard get in and get the steal? Or the tree? The wall! The wall thing! It's back!
The Wolfpack!
And it stops the steal only for a little bit, but here's the Charizard! Oh, they didn't get the steal.
No!
They didn't get the steal, but they were so close. They tried.
Fly.
They tried so hard.
And Decidueye is just gonna fight Duraludon here. Duraludon's gonna go for the Dragon Pulse, but without those extra orbs giving him the boost, it's not gonna matter. And now they're just gonna coast on by. They're just gonna coast on by and get these points in.
In the words of Duber, there goes the Hundo Burgers, and yeah, that's just it. There is no shot, no chance of coming back from this. Unfortunately, the Blissey's probably gonna score 100 on the bottom there. But yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. Chunks moving on to Grands. Winner's side too. Good stuff to Team Wolfpack. They're still making a push here. It's not the end of it, but they don't have the points that they need to be able to come back from this. So we will be seeing them again in a moment here in Losers Finals, but still giving everything they got right up until the very end. Very valiant effort.
They're putting it all on the table. And there's the Unite move from the Decidueye. At this point, it's just... man. And Mr. Mimes just cutting him off. Like, they're looking for ways out, and Mimes is cutting off all avenues of escape. And that's it.
Yep, that's Winners Finals. That's crazy. 2-0 victory for Team Chunks. Yep.
They've been putting on a show today. All over the place.
You win.
Here, as we head into game 1. Let's get it going. So perhaps for the first time, okay. I was about to say that Gengar would have been a very interesting choice for jungler for sure. Very good, sort of in that mid-March kind of meta, post-buff. Not necessarily seen so much in competitive play, but either way, here we go. We see the Machamp coming out from Team Wolfpack, the Cinderace, Trevenant, Blissey, and Hoopa. Blissey and Hoopa and Machamp coming out from both sides, so the difference is going to be that Venusaur probably rocking the Petal Dance, and of course that Pikachu that we all know and love, just able to put on some damage and be such an amazing damage dealer on that bottom lane. Machamp solo running top, and Venusaur in jungle, going to be very interesting, versus the Cinderace. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Venusaur and Cinderace are characters that I didn't get to see a whole heck of a bunch. Kind of in that middle meta, at least not at a top level of play. Cinderace kind of got nerfed when that experience glitch existed in the game, but now that everything's back to normal, we are seeing those mons coming to the party. Alright, look at this right here. Oh my goodness, this is actually surprising. Machamp running on bottom for that right side team. Very interesting choice coming from them and getting that early Adeno experience as well, but all of the pressure coming from Los Banditos right now as they're trying to get the steal on the Adeno, the pressure, the Hoopa's running in center here on this bottom lane, and I'm not sure if they were able to come out with the steal or not, but that Hoopa looking mighty low coming into this next fight, or coming into this next phase, but actually able to come out with it relatively unscathed. In the meantime, on top, no stacks coming out from the Machamp, going to be really good for that right side team, given their item composition as well. Haven't really been talking too much about that, but here come the rotations for the junglers, and here comes this next Beast fight on bottom. We're going to get your coverage for it right here, right now. That passive play, 856, 5, 4, 3, going to be ticking down a little bit longer. And here comes the fight for the Bees. That Thunder gonna do an amazing job of keeping out Team Wolfpack and actually gonna get the first blood there on that Hoopa, the Blissey, trying to get her stacks in there, but not gonna happen. Gonna have to eject button out of there. Very good pressure. Safe pressure coming out from Los Banditos and Team Wolfpack here, trying to get the better of the Blissey, but the safeguard coming out with that level up transition and that evolution at level 4. In the meantime, up here on top, the fight right now between the Machamp and this tree right here, trying to steal all that experience and actually going to end up killing him and getting a nice 30 points in the top and a little bit of a stack coming in here. So good stuff to him, absolutely, for sure. And also a little bit of a stack for the Trevenant that we missed earlier. Of course, these early scores don't necessarily matter too much as far as the number of points. It's really about getting those stacks in, the number of times that he's able to get in there. So I would even argue that his 30 points right there is a lot worse than him getting 2 stacks of 5, because that power buff is super critical in these low levels for those first objectives. But either way, there's a reason why they're out on the field and I'm here in the commentary booth. So we are going to just see what happens. And yes, of course, the fight's starting out, and wow, that right side team, that Team Wolfpack, is not ready for the rotation of objectives right here. This Bee's gonna be pretty handily going into the favor of Los Banditos, thanks to the Electro Web coming out from the Pikachu here in this early leveling, and that experience is going to be absolutely pinnacle to the gameplay. But here comes the rotations, and it looks like the positioning definitely better in the hands of that left side team. That's Team Los Banditos, able to come out and just get all of the KOs and unites out before Team Wolfpack even has the chance to go through, and that Dreadnought is going to be really uncontested right there. They're going to get their scores in, and this Trevenant up top is going to try and steal this Rotom all on his own to get a little something started for Team Wolfpack. Here comes the points coming on in here in bottom. Yo, is that Ed? Is he back from the dead? Oh no, that's Trix.
I don't know, am I?
Yo, what's up, Trix?
I just got back home. Thank God. So, what's this? What's the status right now?
So right now we are in losers finals with our two teams. Team Los Banditos and Team Wolfpack ended up making it down here.
Got it. Who's in the winning side?
We're in losers finals.
I know, but who is in the winner side?
Winner side of Grands is going to be Chunks' team.
God damn. Okay.
Alright.
So I need to see which team is orange and which team is purple. Is purple Los Banditos?
Purple is Los Banditos, yep. And
okay.
The right side team is the Wolfpack.
Got it.
The orange team.
I could tell that Los Banditos is making a hard-ass push for both lanes already and took both of their lanes.
Yeah, absolutely. They put on incredible pressure so far. Yep, and Los Banditos even ready for this next objective, more so than the New Day, I would argue. Or, excuse me, Team Wolfpack.
Oh, get on our spectating session.
Wow, here comes the Hoopa Unbound actually pretty early from Team Wolfpack, trying to get all their peeps in there and ready for this rotation. That does mean that the Hoopa Unbound from Los Banditos is going to be ready specifically for the objective. Yeah, because that Hoopa Unbound is gone for that right side team. Here comes the safeguards, and the Pikachu Unite actually going to make a huge push from the left-hand side, and that Hoopa's going down.
Yeah, Team Los Banditos trying to push away Team Wolfpack from getting Dreadnought.
Yep, and they are very successful in their efforts. Gonna be able to get that Dreadnought pretty scot-free.
Now let's see if they take Rotom as well, or if Wolfpack is going to make a push for Rotom. Oh my god, they nuked that Trevenant.
Yep, Trevenant getting too aggressive, trying to push on that Machamp and punish him, and actually ends up getting punished himself. Wow, and there's the Hoopa Unbound from Los Banditos for this Rotom objective, because they didn't even need to use it for before. And yeah, incredible pressure that is going straight for that goal zone. And now it's going to be, once again, 3 people from Team Wolfpack that have to come up and defend on this.
Looks like bottom lane Los Banditos is going to make a counter push, dealing with Wolfpack just putting pressure on top, getting rid of Rotom.
Yeah, Los Banditos is really able to come out with those scores because of the distraction. Yeah, that Cinderace is going to fall. Here come the jumps. The Machamp's probably going to fall here in a second, having to push all the way back. And yeah, they're just going to break the bottom goal zone. No reason not to. And now it's going to be less goals that have to be defended in the final fight, so perhaps a bit of an oversight, but given just how well they've been coordinating throughout this entire tournament, I have confidence that Los Banditos is not going to let Team Wolfpack get those steals.
It looks like they're trying to take as much of the leftover buffs before Zapdos comes so they could at least reach some decently viable levels for the fight. Yeah. But it looks like the Trevenant coming from Wolfpack trying to make a score on top lane, but it looks like it's not enough to break the zone.
Yeah, and unfortunately with all these mons from the right hand side just falling so early, they're really gonna have a hard time actually building up that farm in the first place. And yeah, left side team just increasing the experience deficit just that much more, taking the 3rd Dreadnought of the game with 5 seconds to Zapdos and a better jump on it.
The final stretch.
Wolfpack does have a chance that they do take Zapdos, but it's going to be a long road with so many points.
Wow, and there go the Unites. The attack starting up top, and the Hoopa Unbound from Team Wolfpack, and there goes the Hoopa Unbound from
oh my gosh,
Los Banditos.
Okay, there's one down.
Yep, the Hoopa is down, the Blissey is down, everybody going down, and Los Banditos trying to get the 5-stack. There it is, the KO streak of 5 from the right hand, or from that left hand team. I'm telling you, Los Banditos been going absolutely crazy. Oh wow, and there's a surrender. Yeah, not even gonna finish it out. That's insane.
That's wild. Is this game 1 or?
This is game 1, yep. The definition of dominance. Look it up in a dictionary. You find Los Banditos with that game. That was crazy.
Crazy.
Right.
Yeah, no, it looks like they're going to run a little bit more DPS from Team Wolfpack. Oh no, that's Team Los Banditos, my bad. Yeah, it looks like Los Banditos is continuing with the amount of DPS they have on the team. The Venusaur, the Pikachu, and the Machamp with their Unite move.
Greninja, Crustle, and Talonflame. Very interesting picks from Team Wolfpack. Because I understand the need for a Greninja to kind of get that DPS in, but I'm not really sure that they need the CC that Talonflame provides. It wasn't really successful in the past, but who knows? Who knows? Crustle's also a very interesting pick.
I could tell that Talonflame's going to run so much damage with the amount of just critical hit sets. I see the Scope Lens and the Razor Claw set with X Attack and Focus Man on the Talonflame for Team Wolfpack.
Yeah, true. But we gotta see because we do have Blissey and Hoopa here.
That is true.
Unless they're gonna have Talonflame just sniping for those attackers.
Surprisingly, no Cinderace. Here we go. Game 2.
Let's see how this goes.
Well, and looks like everything's going to be a rinse and repeat for fighting in bottom lane. Start how many autos they take or they steal. But it looks like Team Wolfpack has the upper hand with the advantage.
Yeah, they're just gonna push up. They're just gonna take that EXP. That McChamps is gonna start getting those free scores in. And they're just gonna steal that EXP away. They're basically not trying to let Crustle evolve here. Oh, that
my
talent
God.
climb overextended way too much there. He suffered for it. And Crustle just isn't getting any EXP here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And there's the kill, and there's the points. Yeah.
and those Banditos making an aggressive push back to take a little bit of points on top lane. Yeah, they're putting so much pressure on both lanes, just not letting Team Wolfpack getting the amount of experience they need to evolve.
Meanwhile, they already have most of their team at level 5 or 6.
And only the Talon Flame is just a decently balanced level to catch up with Team Los Banditos' team.
And that's the unfortunate reality here is the fact that unless this seems to be an issue that Team Wolfpack has been suffering with in almost every set we've seen them, and they just don't seem able to close this gap, this deficit in EXP. And it's like, as a result, their team suffers. Like, we're already almost 3 minutes in, and Froakie is still Froakie.
Right.
By this point, we should have at least a Frogadier there, and their Hoopa is also suffering from it too. And so as a result, look, we have Machamp and Ivysaur almost getting their second evolution, their third evolutions, and we haven't even seen the first set of objectives yet.
Right.
But Venusaur just evolved. And we're just now getting into the first set of objectives here in Game 2 between these two teams. And Venusaur is just going to walk right in there and just start chipping away at it. Because, if anything, he has his Unite move, I believe. No one can really stop him at this point. If he really wants to, he just let it blow. And, yeah, look, right there, like just like that. And Talonflame's going to try to come in and snipe, and he's going to pay for it. Plus, he's going to go for the Unite move. That's going to be Hoopa, I believe, going down next. Talonflame's going to try to sneak behind and get the Pikachu to try to score, but Hoopa's going to chase him down.
Yeah, they're just putting so much pressure just with the amount of Unite moves and just like very quick levels gain.
And they're also taking top lane as well. They also took Rotom on top because it worked. Yeah, they took Rotom and Dreadnought handedly. Right there, back to back. Boom, they just took both. And look, we're just seeing Venusaur in that jungle just getting those levels. Getting those levels up, getting those levels outclass. Like, even the Talonflame now is starting to get outpaced.
Especially with just so many just over leveling and just Dreadnought going to Los Banditos, well coordinated, and not to mention Machamp staying on top to get the Rotom immediately.
Yeah, he just gets it immediately. Crustal's gonna try to run away, and Crustal's down. Unfortunate. Like, there's really no answer here from anyone on Team Wolfpack, unfortunately. And it just seems like Team Los Banditos is just able to just walk in and just do what they want, unfortunately. And as we hit the 5-minute mark here, it's not looking like Los Banditos is going to let up on this momentum they've encountered here. As McChamp goes for a massive 50-point score in that goal, and he's going to get it with no problem.
Yeah, it was a great distraction coming from Los Banditos.
Oh my God, that's a unite move from Pikachu taking down. Two members of Team Wolfpack are now down, as we're seeing Team Los Banditos push up, while the other two, while the attackers go in and try to just get this nice free damage in on that Dreadnought. They're gonna take that before Los Banditos before Team Wolfpack can even stop them. Talonflame's gonna try to come in. He's gonna melt. We're gonna see. And then they're gonna steal the Rotom from McChamp. McChamp's gonna steal the Rotom from Crustle. Crustle can't do anything about it, and we're just gonna see him and this Crustle just walk down. They're just gonna walk down. Him and this Rotom are just gonna walk down with the Unite from Hoopa. The Unite from Hoopa calling him backup for the rest of the team, so they could get this push in. They want that zone. They're gonna take it. Greninja's gonna try to stop them. It's not gonna happen. He's gonna go down. Blissey's gonna try to do something. Talonflame tries to stop them. Talonflame goes down. The entire team is just trying to push in with no answer to them, and they're just gonna crumble one after the other here.
What an aggressive push from Los Banditos.
As Team Los Banditos just takes their jungle for free.
They're just overwhelming Wolfpack in general in this second game.
Talonflame trying to get some kills here. He's going to crumble. And as the entire team just pulls back and just recoups after that. Crustle getting that first zone break for Team Wolfpack, as we're seeing just the overall sheer force that Team Los Banditos brings to the table here.
Insane. I think the only bet that Wolfpack has answered to this around is just like get Zapdos or steal Zapdos and make a push.
That's the only way. But even then, the issue is if they get Zapdos, they need to. Most of their team needs to then stay alive.
Right.
And as we're now 30 seconds away from Zapdos, we're gonna have to see what the response is from Team Wolfpack as their Crustle tries to get some points in. And that might have been a very risky play for him, because that Machamp is on his tail. He's not letting him go. And Machamp's... Oh, and they take Dreadnought at the last moment, just before Zapdos comes in, meaning that now Team Los Banditos has the EXP and shield buffer to help them out during this fight. Talonflame's going to try to do something there, and it's just not going to work. He just does not have the damage in him to take out that Machamp. His level is too high. Machamp's going to go for Hoopa, and he's going to take him out handedly. No problem there, as Hoopa tries to flee and just gets decimated. Next on the table is Blissey. Machamp's just eating them up here, and it does not
look. That was a smart move, because both of them are like the key to like take down Zapdos. Like they lost it immediately.
And it doesn't look like... Yeah, Pikachu's going to go in there as well. Everyone's now rotating back to center as Hoopa pops his Unite move and just decimates. He just runs in and just gets these early picks off on the team as they try to take out Machamp and fall. Hoopa on Team Wolfpack's team tries to also pop his Unite move. That goes nowhere, as literally Team Los Banditos just comes in and just sweeps. And it looks like we'll be seeing this team, if something doesn't change within the next minute, it looks like we'll be seeing Team Los Banditos here in grand finals against Team Chunks. But we're now starting to see the big fight happen in center. This is going to be the fight for the big Rotom fight, the big Zapdos fight we were talking about here. And Team Los Banditos takes it with 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah,
and with the surrender from Team Wolfpack, we will be seeing Team Los Banditos in grand finals against Team Chunks. Congratulations to Team Los Banditos.
And great maneuvering and just good overall just
yeah, we're getting
performance coming from Team
finals. Los Banditos versus Team Chunks, and we're seeing a very so far We're gonna wait here and see what we see on both sides.
Alright. They're going full on tanking. Well, two tanks.
They be like this all fucking all day?
No. Close door.
Huh? Fucking doors on the door. I'm asking you a question. Answer.
I said you don't.
Have they been like this all day? No? So what the fuck
Looks
happened?
like there's gonna be a lot of switches for the other team too. Like Cramrat, the Dragon Knight and Woodweave upcoming from Team Los Banditos. But it looks like they're gonna run a lot of tanking for Team Chalk.
And now here we go.
You gonna do it?
4 tanks. Like, well then.
And here we go. First game of Grand Finals coming in here. Wow.
Yeah. 4
What a
tanks for
team.
Team Chalk.
What this is this is something we've seen Team Chunks do all day. They throw out these very odd, wacky team compositions that nobody expects to see happening, and then they just go to town. So it's going to be interesting to see how Team Los Banditos responds to this, considering the amount of bulk we're seeing on the opposite team, and considering the fact that they have Venusaur. We're most likely going to be seeing a Pedal Dance Solar Beam set
Yo,
on
And
that
character,
end.
1 second. What the heck is on my screen right now? Is that?
I don't know.
Why?
That's 4 tanks. That's 4
And
tanks.
Squabit is their jungler.
Squirvet is the jungler. Squirvet is actually terrifying. Let me tell you, that is actually terrifying. You don't see it a lot, but it's terrifying when it does happen.
I was expecting the Venusaur coming out from Team Chunk.
I mean, no, but we've seen Wawa today just come out with Mons or just picks that make no sense, and they're just crazy. So we're just gonna have to see how this goes in. Snorlax going in for the early kill on that Jigglypuff, and Jiggly's gonna just the reverse kill from Pikachu for Team Los Banditos as Chunks' team tries to pull back on some of that offensive pressure they were putting in because they're down a player now. Coming up on top, we're seeing Squovet trying to take on this Dragonair and Cramorant. Dragonair is gonna slide in and just try to just assist its teammate there, keep it from dying. Greedent's gonna evolve and Greedent's just gonna walk away. Greedent's not even gonna try it. He's just gonna step off. Snorlax down again. And, they just seem to be putting the heavy pressure on that Snorlax on bottom lane. That Snorlax down. That's Squirtle. That's
The Bulbasaur down.
Bulbasaur down as well. And it looks like Squirtle's just trying to just keep his thing together, pushing. Oh my lord! As Frustle tries to just push that Cramorant away. Cramorant's just gonna keep applying that pressure though, and we're just gonna see him just slide in and kill, do his own thing. I do not think we've seen these two teams fight in bracket at any point, so it's interesting to see how these two teams go up against each other. Considering we've never seen them fight.
God, and same scenario happening with the Pikachu and Snorlax. Just Pikachu with the Electro Web just stunning the Snorlax, and he's not having time to escape at all. Going down.
The entire team, Los Banditos just pushing heavy. Los Banditos is not. It's just they're not playing around. They came to play, and they're showing Team Chunks what they're about.
They really want to reset.
This is the team that came from losers, and now they're coming up, and they're putting it all out there. So it's amazing to see, and it's crazy because for Chunks, it's as simple as just winning 2 games and going home. For Banditos, they're going to have to win 4 matches. They're going to have to really show themselves out there. And that's a kill for Los Banditos by the Pikachu. Crustle coming in for the Dragonite. Dragonite looking weak. Most of Los Banditos is in trouble here. And oh no.
No, Los Banditos are trying to push away Team Chunk.
Team Chunks is getting pushed away here as Snorlax comes down along with Squirtle, a Wartortle, and it looks like Team Los Banditos is just gonna very, very handedly just take that Dreadnought and Sword Turtles down as the rest of the team pulls up. Ivysaur down with a sniped Hyper Beam from Dragonite, and Slowbro's just gonna they're just getting isolated here. This team that we've this team chunks that we've seen just dominate is now just being put on the heavy back foot. Unite move from Pikachu from Los Banditos, and there goes Squirtle.
Melted immediately again.
Wolvet's just gonna push in, and Greedent's just gonna push in and use his Unite move, try to get some kills as the rest of his team comes in to assist, and that Pikachu's gone. That Pikachu's just gone, unfortunately.
Manages to get the Crustle, but dies to the Ivysaur in return.
Yeah, but in the meanwhile, Team Los Banditos just focuses up and just melts that Rotom. They just take that for free. No contest there. And it seems like we're seeing Team Chunks just really struggle here. Not very, very not. This is very unlike them. We haven't seen them struggle like this all tournament. And now Team Los Banditos is just firing on all cylinders with just all these points coming in one after the other. Boom, 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 just dropping points in. Like, we have not seen them like this all game, so it's really strange to see Team Chunks like this. As Team Los Banditos just kind of takes a second.
They have a momentum going from round defeating
now they seem to be taking a second to recalibrate as we get another Dreadnought coming in. And Team Los Banditos firing off the gun early. Crustle running for that Cramorant, and he's just going to melt him down as Pikachu. And there goes Pikachu. There goes Pikachu. Dragonite coming in to try to help his teammates. Crustle takes Cramorant. Venusaur with the Unite move. Oh my god. No. But it just doesn't matter. Team Los Banditos just has an answer for everything they're putting out here, and that Blastoise is going to try to pop his Unite move, and we're just going to see him just run away.
Oh my god, the Dragonite!
As Dragonite pops off here, bit by bit, just starts chipping away at that entire team, one by one. And this is Dragonite's new attack buff here on full display. We spoke about this earlier. We said this. Dragonite recently got that heavy attack buff. Like, it wasn't even to a move. It was just his overall attack stat that was recently adjusted in the most recent patch with Espeon's release. So we've been seeing a lot of people in competitive recently play Dragonite, and it seems like Team Los Banditos has decided to capitalize on that and just run with it, because he's here now and he's putting it all on the stage.
And the one thing that I've noticed about this first match between those two teams is that there's no Hoopa on both of the sides.
We have not seen Hoopa's really taken a backseat in a lot of these matches in this tournament today. We've been seeing a lot of Pikachu, a lot of Machamps. We've been seeing a lot of Pikachu, a lot of Cinderace. Not as much Hoopa, because recently Hoopa got nerfed, and then with the hyperspace hole ban in place on the tournament, we've seen a lot of teams have to come up with alternatives to compensate for that loss of movement. And
we've even seen a lot of Blissies, like a lot of support.
Well, Blissy's one of the top supports out right now. Overall, Blissey, Wigglytuff, these are mons that are really good. They counter a lot of things. Especially especially with a lot of mons that do like status, like burn and all these things. You're gonna want Blissey for that safeguard. You're gonna want Eldegoss for those heals. You're gonna want Wigglytuff for that offensive support. And up top, we're seeing Kramer just basically shut down. Oh, and Dragonite gets the snipe on Venusaur with the Hyper Beam again. Like that Dragonite with Hyper Beam has just been getting so many snipes, and it's kind of ridiculous. Team Los Banditos just comes in with the Sing. They're going for Snorlax. They're gonna get him. They want him gone. Snorlax is gonna get away. Wigglytuff with the Unite move. Kramer, Greedent's gonna sweep in and just get that kill off of Pikachu with the Unite move, getting multiple kills in now as the team sort of pulls together what might have been a loss, as Venusaur tries to come in and help his team, and that's a wipe. That's a 5-man wipe here, and we're just gonna see Team Los Banditos just come in and melt that Zapdos and skate across.
No, but it looks like in the beginning of the Zapdos fight, it looks like Team Chunks had the advantage with the amount of
They
bulk
did,
and
but and they're gonna stop Wigglytuff from scoring, but that's not really gonna matter because most of this team's just gonna sail in anyways and just start racking those points up. And now we're seeing Team Chunks in a very bad position here with almost a 500 point deficit, and 48 seconds on the clock to try to compensate for it. So more likely than not, we will be seeing game 1 here going to Team Los Banditos, and on the second game will most likely very shortly be underway here. Dragonite's just trying his best to hold out till his teammates arrive, but he might not be able to hold on. No, he's going to use the Unite move to snipe Venusaur. What a play! What a play! He's going to completely ignore the other people there because he knows that he's not going to last either way. Cramorant's just going to come in and clean up, just start popping off, getting all these kills with his Unite, and Wigglytuff's going to help him with Sing and Slap. Slowbro's going to stop him, and that's going to be game. That's game 1 right there to Los Banditos.
they really want that reset to make it back to Grand Finals.
They're in
really
Grand Finals.
Well, yeah, they really want that. Yeah, they're gonna switch it up. 2 speedsters. Maybe 3 if they do rely on the talent flame.
No, come on, you're not gonna run. Nah, you're not gonna run the 4 speedsters, are you? You're not gonna find a way. No, come on. They're trolling so hard right now. Oh my god. What is Team C9 doing right now? CP9 or CP0, you are crazy.
This is such a weird con.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a reason why they're in Grand Finals. I assume. Crazy with it.
The big question is which one of the speedsters is going to be in the jungle? That's the big question.
I would imagine probably that Gengar. I think Absol and Zeraora I've certainly seen in lanes. Same with Talonflame. I mean, they're obviously not optimal for it, but they can all function with it. But Gengar really needs those early levels in order to be able to function as a character. But you know what? I mean, 4 speedsters on the field is honestly the most surprising thing.
Right. And it looks like, let me see, the Dratini.
Oh.
So,
the one non-speedster. Oh. Bro, I can't even. They're trolling so hard. They're gonna let Los Banditos get the reset because I think they have the confidence that they're gonna take Grins anyways. They're just trying to keep us here for more Unite action, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is crazy. Oh my god. Of course that Zero is gonna die. He's squishier than a pallet of tofu, Jesus. I'm in awe. What is this comp? This is crazy!
And the Wigglytuff already evolving, and the Dragonair.
Dude, are they running
For both
3-2? They're running 3-0-2.
That is something.
In June of 2022, this is what we're seeing. Hello?
Oh my god. They're taking advantage on top lane too. They have the control, the crowd control, or the stage control.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely crazy for Los Banditos, just able to take full advantage of the tomfoolery that is this team comp.
Let's see how Los Banditos responds to the wacky set from Team Chunk.
I do have to say, this composition is certainly going to struggle early on, but just given how skilled the players are, if they are able to come out with some levels and something, this left side team, Los Banditos, is just going to eat damage if it ends up working out. But obviously this is rather silly coming from Team CP0.
Right.
Still,
What an ambush.
Still though, I mean, this isn't even like complete domination from an experience standpoint, which is the craziest part about this. Like, it's not totally lost yet.
Yes, it's still too early to decide.
Yeah, for sure. But even looking at that experience deficit, they're only down by a level. Like, if they're actually able to come out with the Dreadnought, yeah, and that Haunter's just gonna put on the damage. Zera's gonna go down. Zera is probably the weakest in this comp, for sure. If they're able to make the hurt, they have a shot. I'm not counting CP0 out of it, but Los Banditos.
Oh my god, so much stun coming from...
Look at this. Look at this, making Dreadnought walk all the way over, not letting CP0 get in there on the Dreadnought, trying to get the jump on it. Oh, no way, okay.
We already have the Dreadnought. Goodness.
Yeah, Los Banditos taking the best of the situation right now. Taking down 4 out of the 5 of that right side team, and yeah, Los Banditos gonna get the advantage of this, for sure. First objective here, and a potential reset coming up. Absolutely insane. And on the other side of things too, yeah, just taking down that Rotom over Team CP0, and going to break that top goal zone as well. A huge disadvantage for Team CP0.
Insane. They already have just the rising levels too from the Dreadnought.
No, there's 3 of Los Banditos in CP0's jungle? WoW is gonna fall. No, he ends up calling back, but the Unite move, the Hoopa Unbound, coming out.
They just don't want CP0 to get the buffs that they need just to level up.
Yeah, I think they realize that if they're able to get those buffs and level up, there is a reasonable shot that they do better in the late game. So they definitely still need to be preventative. For sure. Oh, here comes the Talonflame. The Haunter is gonna go down, but it's a 2-on-1 versus the Dragonite up top. Doesn't matter though. Just Los Banditos playing super solid. I'm just saying, y'all, if y'all are gonna troll in tournament, this is the way to do it, because this is definitely a treat. This is a treat to watch. Never give up. Just do like the weirdest comps ever. It's nice to have fun with the game every once in a while. Oh, yep, there goes the Hoopa. There goes the Wigglytuff. That Zora is gonna fall. There's no shot he lives this. And he lived it. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, there we go. All the Unite moves coming out just as the Dreadnought objective respawns. Los Banditos taking all that right side team has to offer. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 with the Dragonite. Zora has to fall back. And yeah, that's just going to be the freest Dreadnought that I've ever seen. Zora doesn't really have the tools to steal, so he's just going to be racking up damage. He is still level 8, not even level 9 yet. I believe that's when he gets his Unite. I could be entirely wrong. Just now getting to level 9, and we're 6 minutes into the game.
That's insane, and they're doing their best trying to take Rotom as well. They do not want CP0 to get the buffs that they need at all.
No, and unfortunately that Talonflame missing the jump on the Rotom there is actually gonna fall down, and yeah, there is just no shot right now for that right side team. They're gonna defend this Rotom with their life, and their life they're probably gonna pay for it. But still, all the damage that they're able to kind of occupy and put out is going to be enough to take down the Machamp and mitigate the damage that a Rotom in a broken top goal zone this early into the game could do. They're actually playing defense pretty well, despite how far down that they are. They're making sure that the game doesn't get entirely out of control. But Los Banditos has been just playing absolutely insane, all things considered.
Great. They might have a chance on taking Zapdos to score a lot in advantage or to reverse this, but they gotta be careful with how squishy they are. It could backfire on them immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, both teams have to be careful. Like, this is a troll team, but unironically, just the amount of DPS that's on that right side team could be enough in a Zapdos fight. You still constantly have to play scared of them. But wow, just all these KOs coming out. It's not looking like it. It's not looking like they're gonna fall for the trick, and Los Banditos doing extremely well coming into the Zapdos fight here. No third Dreadnought though, which is definitely some sort of improvement that you can see on the side of CP0. But yeah, all of that positional advantage in favor of Los Banditos coming into Zapdos.
Everyone's getting ready, especially on Team Los Banditos. They're just trying to wait until Team CP0 just gets to mid lane.
Yeah, they have no reason to burn it, for sure. They're going to put some pressure on it anyways, but they don't need to, for sure. They're just building a wall right now, an impenetrable force that's they're not able to break through, and here come the Unites starting out on the bottom. Zoro's gonna be the first one to fall. The Hoopla Bound.
Oh my gosh! That's another wipe!
Yup, complete team wipe. I'm telling you, you don't troll on these teams, my guy. You cannot do this in grand finals if you want to win, and Los Banditos looking, yep, they're hot for the reset. Here it comes. They're playing this all the way through, but not with real reason. I mean, they want to fight it out to the very end, but this is just a very solid game from Los Banditos on the troll team, not ending up working out, and CP0 is gonna fall, and that's gonna be a reset for Los Banditos. So good stuff to them. Wow, 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 incredible. All these scores coming out, 816 to 99. And they're gonna try and counter score a little bit, but even with 5 50s going in, it's not gonna be enough.
It's crazy.
Man, they just want to keep us here forever, don't they?
I wonder if they're gonna obviously like stick with the main set instead of actually of trying to take the win, because I know for sure this is definitely a reset.
Absolutely. I mean, they're just trying to have some fun. They're just trying to have some fun.
True.
I'm not too upset by this whatsoever. They are playing the game out here. They sure are.
That is true.
Alright. We got the reset, Los Bambinos! Congratulations. You got one more set to play. Another 2 games. At the very least. In order to take this W. Congrats. So
Now let's see what they're gonna go.
I imagine the trolling's probably done.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go, from what I've seen, their previous team comp. Yeah, so this is where the real fight starts.
So yeah, it looks like here in this reset we have pretty normal comps coming out from both sides. Yeah, Cinderace, Slowbro, Eldegoss, stuff, Lucario and the Pikachu, the magic that we've seen all night from Team CP0. And Los Banditos coming out with much similar composition. Well, no, not really, actually. They got that Pikachu, but other than that, it's gonna be one heck of a ride, and showing both of the major sides, I would say, of the metagame at this point. You can either run that kind of support-heavy comp, or push a little bit more on that DPS. And I definitely think Team CP0 favors more of that DPS coming in here. And Team Los Banditos favoring a bit more of that defensive play that's got them this far so well and so critically.
Looks like Team CP0 getting the amount of damage they have, but manages to hang in there to stay in base.
Yeah, but that Astonish is actually going to steal the Adena. So Los Banditos getting the best of the early game. Alright, here comes the beast fight on top, gonna go mostly in the hands of Los Banditos, and we take a look here on bottom, and we see much the same kind of aggressive push, super aggressive push with the Wigglytuff. Oh my goodness.
Back and forth between Team CP0 and Team Los Banditos. It's basically a back and forth just kill zone on bottom lane.
I just have to break character for a second and say the fact that that's the first time that Discord's crashed all night on my laptop is kind of insane.
Oh dear lord.
I'm telling you, we're bringing out all the stops for this event.
Oh dear lord. Oh, but it looks like they already have their Cinderace. I wonder if they're going to come and help push it bottom. Or I feel like everyone's going to come for bottom to see who gets Dreadnought first.
Oh, that Eldegoss is going to be first to fall. That's actually pretty big for the team fight.
No healing or support? Yes, but Eldegoss has to hurry back on bottom lane.
Los Banditos at low health, but with the rotation you're seeing... Wow, just this huge back and forth coming into the next objective. And that Dragonite almost at level 9 already, almost ready with that Unite coming into this Dreadnought fight.
And then here comes the battle for Dreadnought. The race takes up Wigglytuff first, but the Slowbro goes down as well.
Positionally, I think that Dragonite's definitely doing better, but with the Dreadnought reset, that extra Mon is definitely going to help out secure a steal. But Los Banditos trying to get the jump on it, trying to secure that Dreadnought before the steal can come in. Here comes the Lucario, the Cinderace, everyone coming through, and
oh my gosh, but Los Banditos takes it!
No! Wait, yes, never mind. You're right, my bad. Yeah, Los Banditos. Gosh. With the secure. Good stuff getting the early jump on them. And that's actually going to be the first time today I think I've seen Team CP0 lose an objective when they were playing seriously. So good stuff to them. Besides, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Team Wolfpack getting those steals on. Still this big push on top lane too.
Oh my god.
Los Banditos not even needing the Rotom to get that advantage there, and the Machamp Unite is actually going to help out secure this Rotom and second objective for their team. So interesting. It seems like maybe trolling wasn't the way to go for CP0, because here's second objective and a big push coming, and everyone is headed into that enemy jungle right now. For that left-hand side. Wow, Unites are being forced out, and that Pikachu is still going to end up falling on the left-hand side. Perhaps a bit of an overextension, but still, when you have the whole team focusing on one objective and not being able to get that precious and crucial experience, it can be a big measure. But they're also trying to counterscore and push on top. And here comes the defense from Los Banditos.
Oh my gosh, they're coming back.
Coming back in a big way for sure.
And the Eldegoss using the Unite move, but let's see if that's enough to help out with their allies, honestly. But it looks like the Dragonite trying to push them back from their zone in top lane.
Yeah, I think it was a very good idea for that right side team to get a push off, and they just weren't able to capitalize nearly as much. But they do have the jump on the rotation.
And they're all after Dreadnought. Let's see who's going to take it.
Los Banditos is the first to get there. We saw that worked in their favor last time, and here come all the Unites.
Oh, and Los Banditos takes it again from the Dragonite.
Yeah, really good stuff to him for sure. And now they're pushing up once again with the Hoopa Unbound, trying to steal the experience as much as possible. Perhaps get some scores in? No, they're going to back up and probably regroup. And yeah, get together for that Rotom fight that's coming in 20 seconds. Oh, here comes an aggressive push from Team CP0, though. Oh my goodness.
God, and they're managing to take bottom lane. They can.
Wow, that was an insane push, just recognizing the situation, catching...
And here comes the Champ Unite move.
Wow, Los Banditos sleeping at the wheel there for a second. But then they push back.
Oh my god, with the Unite move between the Dragonite and the Machamp, it just backfired for Team CP0. And now both of the teams are just going back to get Rotom. This is just back and forth to see who gets which buff. And it looks like Team Los Banditos takes Rotom.
All 4 objectives going into the favor of that left side team is certainly gonna increase that experience deficit. Look at that Dragonite level 14 for that left side team. Been putting in so much work. And yeah, we just saw the Slowbro hit level 10. That is huge. That is a huge advantage
level deficit
for our heroes here. Los Banditos has had so many fans coming out for them today. And I'm sure they are super ecstatic to see their players doing as well as they are right now.
Oh, just almost taking the top lane with their zone, but... Oh my god, the Eldegoss barely making out of there.
Alright.
And here comes the Zapdos.
Yup.
Let's see who's gonna take it.
With that Hoopa there, Los Banditos definitely having the jump on it with the Hoopa Unbound whenever they're ready to kind of pull it out. They might play a little bit more conservative. I do think.
Oh my god!
The Hoopa's gone! Wait,
oh
this
my
is
god!
huge!
This is so huge for Team CP0!
Oh my god, what a turnaround!
Oh no, but the Machamp
But the damage! Oh, they didn't even need the Hoopa. They were all ready to go. They didn't need the Unbound.
That's a team wipe. That's a team wipe.
Wow, wow, that was a crazy back and forth there. Killing the Hoopa was certainly the right idea, but wow, just the DPS and coordination and the backup plan coming up from Team Los Banditos is going to end up getting that secure.
That is crazy. With so much DPS, especially Machamp's Unite move.
Wow, 100, 200 points in at this point. Defense coming out, another 100 right there, another 100 right there, and this is looking lost for CP0 unless they're able to get these KOs off. And actually, the low health on the Wigglytuff and Dragonite might be able to pull out with it, but that Dragonite mostly gonna get away? Lucario not gonna be able to get in there, and yeah, the Draco is gonna stall the Lucario out just long enough that he's able to come back into the arms of the Pikachu and start defending for any potential counter scores. And this is probably going to be game 1 going to Los Banditos in the reset.
Oh my goodness. They need one more game to make the win that they needed.
Yeah, it's not this often you see such a good team get swept and dismantled like this, especially one that was sitting on winner's side of Grands just 30 minutes ago.
5, 4, 3, 2,
And
1.
the first game of the reset goes to Team Los Banditos. They've been on a stroll with their momentum.
Wow. Wow.
It's insane. They just need one more game.
You win.
Okay, and a slow bro. So a little adjustment from Team CP0.
I really personally like this Decidueye pick, for sure. Gonna be able to pick off those people from a distance without necessarily having to commit too much. It's a very good way of having to deal with the problem without having to deal with the problem if they're not gonna run a character like Serena.
And not to mention, they could have a chance of stealing any buffs, like the Dreadnought, for example, and the Rotom, just by not even trying. It could help just make the biggest like steal ever for Team CB0. So I agree with this pick.
Yep. Who's better at the steals? Is it the Draco drop or is it the snipes from the Decidueye?
Well, I'd say this is right because the ult is just ridiculous with the range, but even if it was nerfed, it's still viable.
Absolutely. The range in and of itself is always going to make a move like that super useful at stealing objectives.
Alright, let's see this game go out. This is game 2 of Reset, of Grand Finals.
Yeah, both Machamps coming up top, giving that handshake just like Ed's been saying this whole time. Not too many surprises there, and yep, just straight for that center Odeno. Los Banditos already getting the first jump on it. But gonna go in favor of them as well. Oh my goodness, the Slowpoke!
Oh my gosh.
He got poked!
He got poked and then died.
Haru. All this pressure coming out. Los Banditos really setting the pace here on this bottom lane. And even that left-hand side Hoopa almost getting the steal there on the Adeno. But already really solid rotations from the junglers coming out from both teams.
And it looks like they already have the Raboot. But the Dragonair is already evolved as well. And the Machoke just evolved on Team CB0. That's also with Los Banditos from what I saw earlier too.
Ooh, nice surf from the Slowbro, actually gonna almost take down that Wigglytuff and certainly mitigate the advantage in the position.
Oh my gosh!
From Los
But
Banditos.
Dragonair taking both of the Raboot and Machoke and taking advantage of top lane.
That's actually really insane. Yep, here come the stacks. That's going to be super huge for Los Banditos coming into the second beast fight as well.
Oh my gosh, but the Hoopa taking care of the Dartrix. And they're going to commit on bottom a little bit as well. They managed to score just a little bit of chip points.
The Electro Web gonna keep that right side in place just long enough for Los Banditos to come back with it. And CP0 kind of looking at an experience deficit right here, and they need to make something happen in this rotation if they're gonna have a shot at it.
Yeah, but it looks like the team CP0 is going to get ready for a push on bottom. They have four on bottom, and oh my gosh! And here comes the push coming from CP0, making it work. But unfortunately, the Dragonite coming in to stop Team CP0's push. So far, it's playing defensive after that push. Team CP0 knows that when they haven't pushed that they can't win, they just play full-on defense mode. And here comes the Dreadnought.
Yep, Los Banditos, as we know, get the early jump on it, but let's see what the counterplay is coming from Team CP0. That Slover with the Surf certainly gonna put some number on
but
it.
they take it!
They take
CP0
it!
takes it!
That's actually really, really huge for CP0. They make up that experience, they're able to get some kind of a push off here, that'd be even better for them. Yep,
Oh my
taking down
God.
the Dragonite, and that's just
And
free! That's free!
And oh my gosh, and they're making the biggest push, but Team Los Banditos taking Rotom on top.
So they're trading Goal Zone for Goal Zone. That's certainly the correct counterplay in a situation like this, with a huge push. And they're actually able to take that Goal Zone on top, which could be good, could be bad. It does give experience to Team ZP0, who objectively had the advantage on bottom. But look at this. Look at this. The kills from Wigglytuff and Pikachu actually turned it around, and they end up scoring more off of that push. What a reversal from Los Banditos, and there goes the defensive Unite to get out of there from the Pikachu. No reason not to throw it out.
But the Dragonite coming in, Team Los Banditos trying to defend bottom, and there could be a possible push, but it's a Machamp v Machamp on top lane.
Dude,
They're just grappling at each other.
Dude, this pressure back and forth. Here comes CP0 actually taking down 3. And this Dragonite's left alone to defend bottom.
Oh my God!
And the snipe!
Oh my God, Team CP0 making an adjustment, and it's making it work!
Wow, and an overstack of 22 is gonna get the goal zone for them, and suddenly things are a lot more even here. Especially with the amount of experience they got from those KOs. Level 11 for that Decidueye 5 minutes into this match. It's gonna be crazy, and already making the rotations down, it feels like it never... They never even had to leave the rotation after that objective.
Oh my gosh, they're all on bottom lane. I think they really want this Dreadnought so badly.
Absolutely.
Oh, but the Machamp taking out the Decidueye.
That's actually huge. It means the squishies aren't going to get picked off. But here come all the Unites, the Hoopa Unbound, the Draco, just everything. Cinderace coming out for the
right
God!
Side team. Oh my God!
CP0! CP0! Actually winning that objective cleanly, and now gonna be able to get a quick rotation coming up top for that Rotom objective. And having that huge experience.
That's insane. They really want this Game 3 to go on. They're not giving up at all.
Absolutely.
And this Pokemon adjustment change was really working out well. I love the fact that they picked the Decidueye for this because of this very moment. They could use the Unite with the Steel Dreadnought, not to mention just a lot of crowd control with the Machamp that they picked as well.
Yeah, now Los Banditos did get the better of the Rotom there, but I would just say in general when it has come to those team fights, yeah, this Decidueye pick has certainly been working out well for that right side team. They're having to play a little bit of defense right now, and in comes the Hoopa for the 3v3, ends up pushing and picking off the Dragonite and the Wigglytuff for their troubles, and now suddenly they get a push on the goal zone. Just a little bit though, sniping out the Hoopa. Not too much coming here into the farming phase of the game. Wow, and the Unite coming out from Pikachu to try and pick off that Hoopa, but not going to end up working out for them.
That is huge.
Yep, and now everybody's just building up their Unites again. Now Pikachu has one of the fastest rebuilding Unites in the game, but with as little wildlife as there is left coming into this, and the fact that Dreadnought's not going to appear for a little bit, who knows if he's going to have his Unite for that critical team fight. Yo, the snipes? Yo, the snipes?
Oh my
Decidueye
goodness!
took down the Pikachu by himself. Didn't even see it coming. Dude, these snipes.
Let's see. From what I could see, it looks like Team CP0 has the level advantage, with Cinderace being level 14 already, but for Dragonite on Team Los Banditos, it's only level 13. This is a drastic change from before.
Wow, this could end up going to Game 3, and with the team fight on Dreadnought starting out now, wow, are they gonna pull out the Unites? Oh my god, Los Banditos actually getting the better of that. And they're going to take down Dreadnought in time and win their first Dreadnought of the game to try and make up that experience deficit. And they're going to have a better jump on Zapdos. They're behind in
And with
points,
two
so they
team
need to
members
win
down.
this. They're just burning it. They're just burning it. The Machamp and the Slowbro, they have to come in here, and they're coming in from the right side. Here are the Unites.
Oh my god, but they take it!
Los Banditos! Los Banditos, hold on, they have the scoring advantage now. With the 100 points scored up top, there goes the Dragonite, and all of a sudden, this is looking like curtains.
Oh my goodness.
What a
Team
turnaround.
CP0 didn't have enough time to steal that Zapdos.
Wow, that kill during the Dreadnought team fight towards the end was just enough for this team to be able to come out with it. And Los Banditos turning that entire game around in one sequence. Wow, here comes the team fight in the last ditch effort team push coming out from CP0 on bottom here with a Dragonite and a Pikachu to defend and a low health
Oh my god,
Cinderace.
that's team
That's
wipe.
probably gonna be it. Yeah, a complete team wipe of that right side team. Oh my goodness, they can't come back.
And they
That's a
surrendered.
surrender. That's a surrender.
Team Los Diablos wins.
Los Banditos is your champions of LTG Colosseum 2.5.
Oh my god. That was also a close match too from Team CP0. They made the right call of switching their team, but it was not just enough.
Wow. Wow.
That was such a wild last round. Congratulations to Los Bambinos.
Congratulations. Also, congratulations to Team CP0 for making it this far. Without dropping a set,
Exactly.
coming into Grands. You guys did awesome too. That was a lot of fun, man.